Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. Come on, my mic on? Hold on, let me see. I did. Hey y'all. I couldn't remember. Hello. Thank y'all for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Saturday. I was about to cancel my live because we got a tornado warning. And I'm like, I don't want to be blown away. And if it's going to be a tornado, maybe I should not be on live. So if I have to abruptly cancel this live, child, and run for the hills and run to a piece of my place that don't have no windows, but just my hallway, we may have to do that. Okay, the weather is crazy today. It is very windy. It was raining like crazy. I got soap, want to get food. So I don't know. And like I swear, like 12 minutes ago, the actual emergency thing came. I said, child, that's not a tornado. I don't want to get blown away, okay? But I said, girl, I don't see the wind, and we don't have no basement here I can get into. There's a crawl space under my complex, but I don't know how to get down there. So yeah, I'm just here, hoping I don't get killed, okay? But y'all know first things first. If y'all have not done so already, make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe. I am really like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to see. And it said it was a warning until like 7 p.m. So in for like 40 minutes. And like I was looking outside my window and like I don't see nothing being blown around. So we're gonna hope and pray that I'm okay. Okay. But yeah, if I have to abruptly cancel or end it, that's why, because the tornado was on the way and I have to go hide. But yeah, we're gonna get into some things today. If you have not done so already, make sure to watch other content on my channel. It is all up and through here. Okay, things being done, thumbnails being made, people being discussed. Okay, I'm still mad at myself for doing a thumbnail on Monday and a thumbnail on Wednesday in both white and brown. I did not think about it until whenever. Chop. And I'm like, am I hearing a tornado or people upstairs running? Let me go look. Hold on. Let me look out my window. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. This is so weird. I am here. I did not even put lipstick on because I was like, wait a minute. I might have to cancel the live. Okay. Thank y'all for here watching right now. I got a whole show prepared. I have a whole show prepared, but I'm still like, what's going on with the weather? Okay. It says Macomb County, because I'm in Macomb County, child. It's a whole tornado. No, this be the thing though. I'm like, is it a tornado coming or y'all saying it might be? Because I don't know what's going on. But hello to those who are here. If you are in Michigan, if you're in the surrounding cities, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I feel like I should cancel the live, child, or come back on later and do it. Because I don't know, should I get my? But you can't drive off in the tornado. That's not smart. But yeah, I'm looking at my county, and at 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Troy, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Okay, tornado moving from Troy. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes, I'm not a mobile home. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage. This is a dangerous storm near Warren, St. Clair Shores, Mount Clemens, Sterling Heights, Flint Township around 6:25. Macomb Township around 30 p.m. New Baltimore. Other locations affected by this tornadic thunderstorm include the girl. How y'all doing? This is my area. So I can't go nowhere. It says stay covered now. Move to the basement or interior room on the lower floor of a sturdy building and avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. I'm in a house, so I'm good. It is. I mean, I got big windows in my living room, in my dining room, my kitchen, of course, in the bedrooms, and then the bathroom is a little. So the only room in my only room I would have to sit in the hallway. Anyway, let me just keep going. Let me not be stressed about it. Anyway, I said this came back from what is this? Is it St. Croix? St. I think it's on St. Croix over there. Happy belated birthday, S. Kim Pie Ear. Hope you had a good little trip and whatnot. But I'm like, child, what should I do, Lord Jesus? I don't know. It is absolutely safety first. But it's weird because it's not like the weather warning is saying there's an absolute tornado coming to your house. It is really just saying don't be near no windows and don't be outside. So I should leave the house because if I leave the house, I'll get swept up in it. Okay, I looked out my window. I looked close the bathroom window, and it's not really windy outside at all. But it's been raining like crazy. Like we're thunderstorming for real right now, and it is mentioned my county and my city. Anyway, we'll have a good time. Okay, let me put some if I put on some lipstick, that'll probably make me feel better about a tornado. And luckily my complex is like enclosed. So if it will probably hit my bedroom windows on that side of the apartment. And this is probably the safer side. And 30 miles don't sound that bad. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Mm-hmm. If I put some lipstick on, maybe it'll make me feel less unsafe around here. But hey, how y'all doing? Hello to everyone. I hope y'all all having a good time. Okay. No, I'm not. My complex has 2 levels, first and second floor. I'm on the first floor, so I'm safe. I'm safe than my neighbors and whatnot. But because it's enclosed, the windows on this side of the building, to me, would get hit first, and the cars are on that side of the building too. So this is probably a safer place for me to be anyway. Because then if need be, I can just dart right to the hallway of my complex. But like, I'm not going, because I seen somebody. I'm like, I ain't going outside. I don't know. I worked earlier this week and I'm only off tomorrow because we close on Easter. Well, happy be closed on Easter. Okay. Yes, the actual siren was because I got the whole emergency response system text. I'm like, look at this. I'm like, this is beeping and beeping and beeping. And it was right at like 6:03. Imminent threat alert. Imminent threat alert. Tornado warning until around 7 p.m. So we at 627 right now. It ain't came over here. We're gonna just say okay. It says, take shelter now in the basement or into your room on the lowest floor. So this is a sturdy building. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we shall see. Y'all treat us like we do. Like we don't. Michigan does have tornadoes. They're not. Put my lip is weird. They're not. We don't often have them to where we're like, oh my god, oh my god, they had that. Usually, when they do hit, it's more in the UP, the Upper Peninsula, than closer to here. So we will get warnings about, a little one hit kind of close. It's gonna be traveling, and then go somewhere else. So when it hit, I'm like, why is it no time? What my phone beeping? So when my phone went off, I texted him and my mama, like, did y'all get a thing? He was like, sure did. Okay. Mm-hmm. But again, no one is like, oh my God, we should run. If the weather was different outside and it looked really, really bad, I would have canceled the live. But I was like, they don't look that bad outside right now. And again, if they said it was in Troy, but because I keep hearing stuff. But I'm like, my neighbor could just be walking upstairs doing some fucking jumping jacks. I don't know. Anyway, right, if the live go down, okay. if I hear the building shaking, I'm ending the live. Okay, it's going to abruptly end, and I'm gonna go. I got a deep dive. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what to do. I've never been in a tornado. I've seen the aftermath of tornadoes that have hit surrounding cities. I've rode through cities, around Michigan that one had hit, but I ain't never had to be in it. If it's to this little wind, just because it was wind, because when I went I got some food. When I went out to get my food, it was pouring down, raining, really windy. I got fully soaked. I had to change clothes, and I just went out my house to get food. Went in I had to walk maybe 5 feet to the door, and then 5 feet to my car, fully drenched, soaked, head to toe. Okay, that's my hair is pulled up now because it was drenched wet. And that was all that it was, and that was at like 4. So we shall see. Okay, but we here. I said, should I cancel the live? I don't know, child, because I don't want to be on here and I get blown away. But I said I did a thumbnail. Okay. And the fact that I was able to color coordinate Gucci Mane and Trick Daddy and Pooh Shiesty, I can't wait. I can't waste this thumbnail. Okay, we have to come together. You know, because it ain't not another picture of Gucci Mane, a Trick Daddy, of a Pooh Shiesty, LeBron James, and outside of an outfit. When I googled LeBron James and read all his Cleveland Cavalier outfits and him playing ball, I said I don't want to be no basketball jersey. That man ain't been in red no. I said, oh, whatever. I had to find this. So I said, you can't waste this thumbnail. Okay? It can't be done. Anyway, y'all. Because I don't know what's happening, let's just go ahead and get together and start to talking about the things because I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay. I don't know. And I don't want something to happen. And I gotta go real fast. I gotta go right now. Okay. So I hope everybody had a great day today. We're gonna have a great time right now. I know Easter is tomorrow, and yet I didn't have to do nobody's. I didn't have to do nobody swapping. Because I almost was on body swap Gucci Mane. Almost. Had I not found LeBron James and Pooh Shiesty in a reddish, pinkish top like Gucci Mane, I would have probably put Gucci Mane on somebody else's body. But I said, luckily, I did not have to. I did not have to. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into a few things around here. Okay. Now, first of all, it's a lot of foolishness going on, but I'm like, where do I even start, child? Now, first of all, I think this folk talking about Atlanta social media teen takeover. Okay, we then seen here in Detroit the teen takeover. And I am old enough to remember back in the day we would either skip school or just all go downtown or all go hang out somewhere as teenagers. We wasn't taking over nothing and getting arrested. You know, as a teenager, when you're hanging out, you don't want no run in with the police. You don't want them coming near you or nothing. Okay. The fact that it's getting warm. And you know, once it get warm outside, I'm like, girl, go ahead and leave any establishments alone that teens can get into. Stay home, and I ain't got time for it. So all the kids was hanging out down. The white kids are that. I don't want anyone to think that when you have foolishness going on downtown in Detroit, it's only the black kids. No, no, no. Them Caucasian kids be acting Caucasian-y. Okay, the Caucasian kids be down there causing a ruckus. Okay, downtown Detroit is not where the black kids go to have the ruckus. Okay, them Caucasian kids come down there causing the mess. Okay, now some of the black kids too. Do not get me wrong. Okay, just saying. But it said hundreds of teens for the area came down there fighting, acting a fool. Okay, and the ass out here was arrested. Okay, detained. I'm like, what is y'all doing? Why is y'all, girl? Y'all don't know I had good, clean fun. So it happened here in Detroit. Okay, it also happened in Atlanta, where the kids just did not know how to act. Now, I ain't from Atlanta, so in my brain, when I hear Atlanta, I think of a whole bunch of black kids. I don't think of Atlanta. I think of a whole bunch of Caucasians. Okay, I just don't. I just don't. Now I don't know if it's if folk came down from a different city and just went to Atlanta and they all happen to be Caucasian. I don't know. Okay, but even in Atlanta, there's a whole bunch of kids, chaos, 9 arrested, 1 injured. I'm like, what are y'all doing? It's like, what's the point of a teen takeover if you're gonna end up being taken to jail? Okay, the fun part of a teen takeover is you go home after the fact, you got some good pictures, maybe you can chit chat about it, but nobody should want to be arrested because you didn't went downtown or went in whatever city maybe. You didn't went in whatever city you was in and acted a plum damn fool, and now you're looking stupid. Okay, Okay. Okay, cool. So my phone be so I keep saying I'm gonna go get my phone fixed and have not. But yeah, kids got arrested. Parents fix your children, okay? And now speaking of kids being arrested, okay, kids being arrested. We have a couple of situations here in Detroit where kids is around here being stupid. Okay. Being stupid for one. I never understand kids who be around here just carjacking and robbing and killing. I don't get it. I don't get the fun in it. I don't get the I don't want to go to jail. I want to be free. I don't want to have to deal with anybody or anyone taking me to a place I can't leave voluntarily. Okay. So again, 3 teens arrested after being involved in five carjackings, 3 shootings, and a home. I said, girl, now where your mama's at? Your mama's and your daddy's. Because how you involved in all that shit? Okay. 3 suspects is in custody after a police chase in the 8 Mile in Southfield area involving vehicle. Investigators said they tied to several violent crimes over the past few days. Again, once it gets, I can only speak for Michigan. I can't speak for the cities, but or states. Once the weather gets warm here, okay. Once the snow has melted, the ice is gone. It ain't cold outside. The foolishness comes about. I don't know why. I really don't. When I was younger, you might have kids, teenagers. They may steal some cars. Okay, but they didn't kill nobody. They would just they were breaking cars at night, and no one would get hurt. So these new teenagers was out here carjacking, and girl, I don't know nothing about it. It's weird. Okay, so and again, if you are a teenager and you sell a car, just stop. Once the police is chasing you, just stop. Because you then add evading police to your charges. Okay. Car thief or car thief. Stealing a car is one charge. Once you run from the police, that is evading police and all these extra charges. That's stupid. Okay. So the police, they have like a carjacking, a car theft department of the police who will chase down for who stole stuff, right? So the police saw the stolen car. It's around 8 Mile Road on Monday night. They tried to stop it. The driver fled. Okay, it is a chase, evading police, and not everyone goes to jail. Okay, they tried to box the vehicle in. Okay, the suspect drove toward troopers. Not child. The suspect drove toward troopers as a pit when it was attempted. That could be attempted murder. If you willingly go at a cop, they can say you tried to kill that cop. It's stupid. The driver then turned onto the street and crashed head on into a cop car. You drove. All 3 suspects, an 18-year-old driver, an 18-year-old passenger, and a 17-year-old passenger, were taken into custody. 2 guns were recovered from inside the vehicle. Stupid. Now this is the get you gotcha. Okay. We then seen some stuff. Now I don't know if these 3 teams, I feel like these teams right here are the same from here. Okay, because again, so kids in stolen cars around here, 3 suspects ages 18, 18, and 17. Okay, 2 guns were found in the car. Okay, 2 were taken to the hospital at the precaution or whatever. So again, this is 3 teens arrested after being involved in 5 carjackings, 3 shootings, and homicide. But then when I seen this post, of the children, I said, this must be the same 3 kids, in my opinion. Okay. 3 teens have been charged in the fatal shooting of a 20-year-old Detroit man that happened earlier this week. Deontay Johnson, 17, Taiwan Nathaniel Robinson, 18, and Tadario Thomas Derwin Sims, 18, of Detroit, which charged the murder of David Gary Martin, who was 20. So again, 2 18-year-olds and 1 17-year-old, right? Same thing here, okay? 2 18-year-olds and a 17-year-olds, 2 guns recovered. It then said the shooting happened around 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on March 30th. The police say they were in the area when they saw a stolen black vehicle pull up, chase the car. No, I'm sorry, I repeat that. They were caught because they shot somebody in front of the police. Now I'm like, how? There are many people you should not commit crimes in front of. Your mamas and them, your daddies and them, snitches and the police. Okay. So it said the shooting happened around 9 p.m. on March 30th. Prosecutors say Detroit police officers were in the area when they saw a stolen black vehicle pull up next to the victim's car and open fire. So you open fire in front of the police. How stupid. You should look. I do not advocate for violence and crimes and all of that. I do, however, like to tell people, you still should not be stupid in whatever you're doing. And if no one is in charge of looking out to be sure, no one sees your dumb self committing a crime, you deserve prison time. Okay. The victim tried to drive away, but he crashed into a home. He later on died at the hospital. Police said the stolen vehicle fled from police officer, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. Crash, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Johnson was seated in the back seat. When he got out, a gun fell out his lap. You didn't think to put the gun down? Again, stupid kids do stupid crimes. You end up taking someone's life because you too stupid to just not do any of it. Okay? Not do any of it. Because Johnson is let's see. Keontae Johnson is 17 years old. He got out the car, gun fell out his lap. The weapon, along with the second firearm recovered from the vehicle, met evidence from homicide scene. So y'all out here killing people and keeping the guns on you. Again, you deserve to go to prison for life. When you kill somebody, life in prison. Okay, no parole. I don't care how young you are. There are laws they try to put in place that say if someone is like 17, 18, 19 or whatever, and they commit some kind of crime, they should not be able to be given life because they're too young to kind of be held that accountable or whatever. And I'm like, no, if you kill somebody, you deserve to go to prison for life. That's a life sentence. If there's proof you did it, life. Now, Robinson, who is one of the 18-year-olds, okay, Robinson was identified as the driver. He led officers on a chase after the shooting. They say he was also on tether at the time. So you are committing crimes while on a ankle monitor. Okay, he was on tether at the time of the homicide, and the tether data placed him at the scene. A tether device is a tracking device. Okay, meaning wherever you are, it can track you. Why would you? Johnson and Sims are each charged with first degree premeditated murder. That's an automatic life. Felony firearm and carrying a concealed weapon. Robinson is charged with first degree premeditated murder. Felony firearm 30. Stupid. Jail. Okay, jail. So I don't know why once it gets warm around, here, people just start being dumb and being stupid. Please stop being dumb. Stop being stupid. Okay. Now, also kind of dumb. A cop shot himself in the leg while using the bathroom. Why would y'all not? I feel like if you what was you doing? Like, what was you doing? Okay. Now the man is in stable condition or whatever, but again, he shot himself in the leg while using the bathroom. I said, now was you sitting down? And why was your hand near the gun? Was you peeing or was you pooping? Either way I go, I'm like, there should be a police officer bathroom that has a place to put your gun so you hopefully don't shoot yourself in your leg. And I feel like I've heard there was a few like officer involved self-inflicted shootings. Oh, this is the third accident of self-inflicted shooting in 4 months. How y'all do? Y'all supposed to be trained to not do that. Child. Some folks don't need no gun. If you do not know how to handle a gun, please put it down. Please don't pick it up no more. Okay. And I seen this story. Okay. Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy, is it Madier? Bowen was allegedly shot for time by her husband in the home. He told a family member he did it because he couldn't take it anymore. I need people to understand, if you are tired of your spouse, you can just divorce them. You don't have to murder anybody to get out of a relationship unless they are trying to murder you.
Good morning, sir. You're charged with 1 count first-degree premeditated murder. You're also charged with 1 count tampering with or fabricating physical evidence.
55 seconds. That's how long the bond hearing lasted this morning for Stephen Bowen. Standing silent, his lawyer does the talking.
Nobody got no shirt on. It's a bulletproof vest, but why got no shirt on? Ain't that weird?
Murder and messing with physical evidence are the charges. Sky 10 hovers over the neighborhood Wednesday afternoon. A quaint neighborhood 1 minute, a crime scene the next. And not just any crime, cops say. A murder. The lifeless body of Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer Bowen inside her own home.
This is being investigated as a domestic violence incident. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is in our custody.
Cell phone video shows another scene about a dozen miles away. The area quickly engulfed by law enforcement. An apartment complex in Plantation. Sources, people we trust, telling Local 10 this is where they nabbed the husband.
Mr. Bowen, good morning, sir. You're charged with 1 count first-degree premeditated.
Anybody who tell the people, hey, I was tired. I was tired of her or it. I couldn't take it anymore. Well, you deserve prison time too. I hope they take your booty in prison. Because again, you do not have to murder anybody to get out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's so strange that people feel the need to take somebody else's life because they tired of something. Okay. Now it says police became concerned Wednesday morning when she did not show up for a commission meeting and missed multiple calls and texts. Officer arrived at her home but found no vehicles and no answer the door. They noticed damage to the second floor, suggesting outward force from projectile. Oh Lord, they got her. They spotted him in a parking lot handing a bag to the creator container rifle to a relative, not giving somebody else a gun. I like to show people what crazy look like. So many times, he looked like a handsome black man, and he's a crazy idiot. And that's why I'm like, why he ain't got no shirt? Like, why we seeing that man biceps? For what and for why? I don't like it when people try to be like, oh, look, he not that dang. Look at him. He looking at a nice bald head. Biceps. No, he's a crazy killer. Okay. It say when the police spotted Bowen in a parking lot handling a bag that appeared to contain a rifle to relative. Minutes later, that relative called 911 saying Bowen admitted he did something to his wife and that she was not alive. Well, that murder. Okay. He confessed that he shot her 3 times with a shotgun the night before. He did it because he couldn't take it anymore. Per the arrest affidavit, after shooting her, Bowen left her body upstairs and went to sleep. You know how crazy you have to be to shoot someone and kill them, and you go to sleep. You you shoot someone 3 times with a shotgun, and you just, take her, you leave the body somewhere, and you go to sleep. They found her in bed with 3 spent shell casings wrapped in a blanket. They also discovered a pillow with burn marks, which meant Bowen allegedly used to silence the gunshots. They don't have a motive. He's crazy. I feel like sometimes there's no motive to crazy. It's just crazy. So and this is proof crazy has no look until they snap. So sometimes we have to pay more attention. And what probably was happening, because I don't know anything about her or him at all, but what usually happens when somebody out the blue kills their wife, the wife was going to leave their ass. Because if you were tired of her, you could leave her. Oh, wait, that's a suicide prevention suit. Well, I need some arms on it. I don't want that. And this, if he wanna go, let him go. If he wants to get to heaven or hell by his own hands, let him go. But I'm like, put that man arms up, because my thing is, had we not known, oh, he's a murderer. What if I thought, oh, he ran a stop sign? Oh, he's a stop sign runner. No, he's a crazy motherfucker right here killing wives. Put his arms up. I'm just saying, cover up the bald head. Okay? Why is he smizing? Activate this old cat ass, bald head ass killers. Okay? May she rest in peace, and may he burn in hell. It was weird. Now, I've seen this, right? This is what some people call, is it discrimination because I'm black, because my outfit looks cheap, because I'm a bit thicker. Okay, what happened? A group of black women, okay, had a dinner reservation canceled at a restaurant in Houston due to violating the dress code, despite non-black people wearing the same thing. Well, around the same thing.
Not letting us in because of what we're wearing. So we're here at Coco D. We had a reservation, guys, and I'm gonna show you what everybody's wearing because they're not letting us in because of what we're wearing. So first of all, they can't let her in because our dress is short.
So they said her dress is too short. That's a cute dress. It's a cute dress. We don't see coochie.
They can't let her in because they said our dress length is short. They can't let her in. But because of our chest.
Now, this one dress right here, the white one, she looked naked. The white dress looked a little bit naked.
Oh yeah, they said
it's still cute though. Oh my God, she naked?
Her shoulders. And I will literally show you guys what all the girls are wearing that are not us, by the way.
They're not black.
And they're letting them in. Mind you, these girls just came out from Coco D.
So these girls who both are wearing the short dresses, the one girl back is out. Okay, the one has a long green.
And they didn't even let us go inside at all. And they're letting them in. They're letting them in. They're letting them in. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was amazing. I'm telling y'all what the fuck. This one is beautiful cute. There's been one.
That's a cute dress.
So this was what I was wearing that night, and then the birthday girl. This was what the birthday girl was wearing.
That was
and then
nice.
Our other friend was wearing this outfit.
That
we had a reservation at 9:00, and for us to really get there, and for them to just say, "You guys are not coming because of what you're wearing," when in reality, right in front of our eyes, we saw other people coming in and out of Coco D wearing this. Now, how do you want us to feel when we saw other people coming in and out of?
Now, this is the catch-22. Oh, the restaurant. They say the restaurant is called Coco something. Oh, I guess Cody. Let me Google it. Cody. Let me see. Because one isn't even worth going. And I feel like once, so Cody Restaurant and Bar, which is in Houston, Texas. At least that's what this one is saying. It's in Houston, Texas. Once I realize an establishment where I want to patronize doesn't want my business, I'm leaving. Yes, I'll complain on social media. I'll get proof of whatever. But I'm not standing and fighting to get in. Oh, I can't get in because of my outfit. Oh, okay, boom, fine. Fuck y'all. Okay. While we know restaurants have the right to deny, anybody, whatever, I fully get that. But once you know restaurants is being racially, hey, we don't want the black people in here. Okay, your outfits is ugly. We don't like y'all. We know other folks are dressed the same. We don't like y'all. I don't want to be here. Okay. Again, it was a party where friends. She posted this video on the TikTok. Okay. They were supposed to have dinner there. The restaurant said, nope, dress code, no to you. But other people were dressed kind of the same. Okay. They said staff said specifically because some of their dresses were too short. One mentioned they took issues with her shoulders. But you see the other girl, her full back is out. Full backs are out. Once you see an establishment that you want to patronize does not want you there, I'm leaving. Again, I'm not saying don't call them out for it. I'm not saying don't get proof about it, but I'm going to be there maybe 5 minutes. That's it. To, record the incident, and I'm going somewhere else. Don't feel like you have to fight to get in somewhere that doesn't want to respect you. Just tell other people, hey, don't go. Black people, don't go here. But it may not let other black people in. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Now, do we have proof that these 3 girls came from that exact restaurant? No, we do not. But she's saying that's what happened. If I see people walk out of where I'm going and they're dressed like me and they got in, I'm pissed. Unless the people say they put us out too, I'm upset. But again, I'm not trying to get in anywhere. Okay? I'm not fussing about that. It ain't in my nature. Okay? Go somewhere else. Yes, it's horrible. All you can do is make note to not go there. Tell anyone you know to not go there, and let that be that. But I'm not saying they was trying to force their way in, but I'm not hanging out outside looking for who else I can see. I gotta go. I'm going to Applebee's. I'm going to Applebee's, bitch. I want. Which one I want to do first? Let's do this one because a Navy sailor shows off her sleeping quarters amid the military being deployed for war. I am claustrophobic, so I can't do small spaces. So seeing this
is where I'm supposed to sleep.
On the bottom. Girl, the casket. That's the casket. Where's the floor? It's a drawer. They put that in the drawer.
You can't even breathe in this damn thing.
It's a casket.
Won't be no rolling out.
You can barely roll over.
I'm supposed to roll over in my sleep.
You can't, girl. Be still. Again, I don't know, girl. I would say, send me home. I gotta go.
Damn wall. I can't.
Now, is it the bottom one that's my girl?
That's embarrassing. I'm sweating. That thing got me feeling claustrophobic. Ain't that how you said?
Who you built them things, okay, girl. Send me if you have a bed big enough for me to turn around, a full turnaround, let me go home. Ain't no room here. I don't want to be here. Okay. Also, as a content creator on the YouTube, on the TikToks and whatnot, I'm gonna need I'm going to need content creators to stop bothering people at work for their content. Okay. So content creator, I don't know who Neek is. I don't know her. I have no idea. It says YouTuber Neek argued with Taco Bell worker for not telling her what the person ahead of her ordered. Now, again, when you are going to these restaurants and these places and these things or whatever to get content to post on social media, and the people at work aren't for your shenanigans, go ahead to the next restaurant. Okay. When someone says, I'm not, bitch, I ain't in the, what do you want, ho? Because this what happened.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. My name is.
Hey, can I get the same thing that the person in front of us got, please?
Do you want to order something? We don't know what the person that's trying to do that. So do you want to order something? Do you know what you want to order?
No. You don't know what the last person ordered?
No, I don't.
How about open? What did
I don't know nothing about that either. Do you want to place an order?
Duh, we want to place an order. We asked it for whatever the person who ordered before us had. That's what we want.
Bitch, go ask them. Go chase down the person who ordered before you and get the order. Maybe I don't feel like going through the orders to find out what someone else ordered. How do you not know if the taco? Now I do not, and I have never worked at a fast food place. I worked at Walgreens when I was in high school. I worked at JC Penney's one time for like Christmas break. I worked at Macy's one time for a couple weeks as in high school. So that's the most I have is, that I've never had to work in a restaurant, but I feel like, how do you not know? Maybe they can't pull up an order because someone's gone. And you then have your kid ordering, which could make the staff feel like the kid is out here playing and bitch, I'm at work.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Well, go talk to somebody who do.
Off the menu. If not, you can pull forward and come in store.
Can we talk to anybody who do know?
No, ma'am, but
Let's start over because I'm like, bitch.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. My name is.
Hey, can I get the same thing that the person in front of us got, please?
do you want to order something? We don't know what the person that's trying to do that. So do you want to order something?
And you can tell, and now at the Taco Bells, it'd be like an automated person taking order. So it may not even be the person who was at the restaurant who took the order before you or right now. So again, you at these people's jobs bothering them. And you can even hear whoever was talking to the kid first is somebody different who came on the speaker. Because they at work, bitch.
Know what you want to order?
Well,
You don't know what the last person ordered?
No, I don't.
how about open? What did
I don't know nothing about that either. Do you want to place an order?
Duh, we want to place an order. We asked it for whatever the person who ordered before us had. That's what we want.
You know what? Had that been me, okay, cool. They ordered 55 taco supremes. They ordered 32 nacho fries. Okay, they ordered 15 chalupas. I would charge them about $300 worth of stuff. Okay, cool. You want what they ordered? Cool. They had a big to go order. They ordered everything on the menu twice. You want what they order? Cool. They order for all the kids at the YMCA, bitch. They order 82 frappuccinos. They order 14 Baja Blast. Ho, cool. Okay, cool. That'll be $1,782. Once you come to my job trying to make content and using your kid to do it, and then when I tell you we don't have what the person before you, we don't have it. I don't know what they ordered. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. But if you want something cool, take these 32 chalupas, okay, 32 nacho fries, okay, 32 Baja Breeze, Baja Blast freezes, okay, 16 Taco Bell Grande with extra chalupa. So I'm making up shit, but girl, everything.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Well, go talk to somebody who do.
Off the menu. If not, you can pull forward and come in store.
If you don't want what's on the menu, you can pull forward and come inside. Okay. Because the first thing the girl said to the kid was, I don't know, but do you want to order something or do you not know what you want? To me, I think it's so stupid to, well, no, this is the thing. If kids want to learn to place orders, what do you want? Because having the kid go place an order of what someone else ordered isn't helping them pick and choose what they want. There is a trend on TikTok and social media where people go to drive-thrus and say, hey, I want to get whatever the person before me order and don't tell me what it is. And workers then have to pull up old orders to recreate the order because of this TikTok trend. And if I'm at work minding my business and I'm supposed to take your order, give me your order. Now, if you want to put up and say, hey, I want to place an order, but I want you to pick 5 things for us to get and don't tell us. That's cool. That's fine. If you pull up and say, hey, my child is trying to learn how to order from the menu, give them a second, cool. Son, what you want? Okay, that's fine. But you can't pull up doing the because I saw this TikTok trend and I was like, I will be so aggravated having to pull up old orders for people because someone is out here just doing shit for social media. And once you go to the line and they tell you, I don't know what the person before you order. Because again, when I go to restaurants now, the Taco Bell, the McDonald's, most of these, fast food drive-through restaurants, it's an automated thing. It's an automated person taking the orders. It's not even a person. And it could be, because I don't work it, I don't know. Once the people are gone, the order is gone. And I'm not going to go run through old receipts to pull up some shit because you want to be on social media. But if you want to help your child learn how to order from a menu of a drive-thru, I think that's great. But you can also be like, okay, son, pick what you want. But no one should be going to drive-thru saying, hey, y'all, give me whatever the person for me got. I swear to God, if I was a drive-thru employee, I will always pick the most expensive thing on the menu. They got 5 hot dogs. They got 5 fries. They got 5 burgers. They got 5 drinks. I will always pick 5 of the most expensive shits. And if they say, well, I need a copy of that person, we can't do that because that's not your receipt. I would always make that person pay more money because it's a TikTok trend. And I went to Taco Bell. Taco Bell has those crispy chicken nuggets now. And they're so good. But I get my crispy nuggets from Taco Bell and I get the nacho cheese sauce as my dipping sauce. And usually I give me a little 10-piece nugget, give me some nacho cheese sauce and a little nacho fry. Okay. And when I went to the one near my job a couple days ago, they was like, oh, it doesn't allow you to choose your own sauce for the nuggets. If you want, you can't choose nacho cheese sauce anymore. And I said, oh, I could 2 days ago, but that's fine. I said, so I'll just pay. I can pay for the sauce. She said, oh, it'd be like an extra $1 for one. Okay, it's $2. It's $2. So I don't care. But stuff do change. And you can't be, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Can I get, I hate talking to the AI things. I'm like, give me a person. Okay? Give me a person. But this shit here is childish and petty.
Can we talk to anybody who do know?
No, ma'am, but you can pull it forward and come to the store. You talk to the manager.
Meaning, no, I'm not going to allow you to be in the drive-through line having a conversation in the drive-through line because you want an order that you can't place. So you want to hold up the drive-through line for your bullshit. Come inside.
Talk to the manager about ordering?
Ma'am, I'm not sure what you're asking me for. Do you want to place?
I know you're not sure. That's why we're requesting somebody else.
Well, it's not that bad. We can help you. You want to place an order? You don't know what you want.
Duh, I want to place an order. I'm asking you, can we speak to somebody else?
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell.
If you come to my drive-through with the bull stuff, you're going to get my attitude.
Hey, can I get the same thing that the person in front of us got, please?
Do you want to order something? We don't know what the person is trying to do that. So do you want to order something? Do you know what you want to order?
Which means she knew it was a kid. She knew it was a kid, and she said, hey, do you not know what you want to order? Do you want to order something? Do not stop going to people's jobs and causing a ruckus. Again, if it's about teaching the son how to order, I get it. But say, hey, my son wants to place an order. Can you give him a second? And then say, hey, son, look at the menu and pick something. That's it. Or you can say, hey, pick 5 things for me. I'm going to pay for it, and then don't tell me what it is. Cool, because that's still them just picking some shit on the thing. But I'm not a girl. Get your damn tires flat and mechanism with me. Also, okay, I need people to stop leaving children. Okay. Florida mama arrested after leaving 8-year-old son at McDonald's while door dashing 5 kids. Officers refused to believe it was an accident, despite the eldest child breaking back in the story. Let's listen. Hold on.
11, 10, 12 with the mother. How you doing, ma'am? What's your name?
Good. My name is Jamie Mayella.
Jamie Mayella. Do you have your ID with you? Hey, real quick, he's okay. We got him.
Yeah, I didn't even know he left out of the car to go use the bathroom. And I have 5 of them in the car, man.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I didn't see him when he left.
Here, as a supervisor, let me stop this real quick, because in 2 seconds, what's going to happen, based on the witnesses that are writing the statements, we can just talk us up and just let us do our job, or DCF can come tonight. Because I'm going to tell you right now, another backlash like that in my office, he'll come with me and so will them.
No,
because they've been left.
I have 5 kids. I didn't know he left the car. Usually they.
Question is, how quickly you want to take the kids tonight? You want the kids to go with you tonight or not?
Yeah, I want my kids to go with
zip
me.
it. Let's do our thing. DCF's coming.
Okay.
Last thing you need is a charge.
Now, that officer was being rude, in my opinion.
Because I am more than willing to have my officers arrest you for this. Pop another attitude and you will be in handcuffs. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
See, we would have been fussing. Because I'm like, why do you have? I feel like when you are doing an investigation, and there's no reason to get aggravated with the person from jump. Like if they lying, let them lie. Let them dig themselves deeper in the hole, but getting an attitude about it and trying to, I can have you arrested. We'll do it then, bitch.
What's a good phone number for you?
Porsha.
How old are, hey, stop. How old are your other kids?
Then when you have 4 or 5 cops and I ain't been asked questions by 4 or 5 different people, you can't do that.
13, 8,
okay.
7,
okay.
5 and 4.
So here's the deal. I know you're doing DoorDash, right? I understand he went in to use the bathroom.
I didn't see him.
Stop talking. He went in to use the bathroom. Apparently he was taking too long. I understand with DoorDash you're on a time crunch, whatever. But regardless, you have a 13-year-old. You have a 13-year-old that could have kept an eye on him and that this whole issue would have been avoided. Yeah. But you leaving an 8-year-old at McDonald's in a public place, he doesn't know your number. He doesn't know where he's at. He's just left. Personally, I don't believe that you didn't know he was out of the car.
I didn't.
If he got out of the car to go to the bathroom,
I didn't see him.
How would he know?
Stop.
How would he know that you're saying he was taking too long and you just left?
I didn't know he was.
Regardless,
you could ask my daughter.
Either way,
unlike any other crime, all I gotta do is say you're the parent and take you to jail for it. You ain't got no.
Yeah.
So stop talking.
Do you understand the seriousness of this?
And this is what aggravates me about police. You want to ask me questions and you want me to answer your questions. When I'm trying to talk to you about stuff, you want me to shut up. That ain't how it go. Okay? That ain't how it go. And I feel like even if y'all feel like she purposely left the 8-year-old at McDonald's to go drop off a DoorDash order because you don't want to be waiting, blah, 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 blah. But it seemed like from these clips, y'all wasn't even allowing her to respond. Y'all just was taking the word of whatever y'all put up on when someone said, oh, yeah, the mama was here to pick up DoorDash and she left. And y'all feel like she left the kids to go DoorDash. So it aggravates me. They're trying to accuse her of purposefully leaving the kid versus her saying, no, I did not know he got out the car. Now, could they then say, well, ma'am, you should always count your children before pulling off? But trying to chastise her because y'all feel like she did something because she's a DoorDasher is insane to me.
I really understand. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't purposely beat my son. I didn't even know
whether it was.
It wasn't literally till after I just did the delivery and I pulled up at the other McDonald's because I finally made enough money to give them food today. And that's when that's when my 13-year-old turned around and she said, "Where's King?" Okay. And that's when I started yelling. I was like, "Y'all didn't tell me that he didn't get in the car," and he still. And I rushed here as fast as I could. Like I would never leave my kid.
Okay.
The mother claimed she didn't know King had gone inside the McDonald's, but the officers were just a kid to substantiate her claim as they spoke with 13-year-old Aaliyah, the oldest daughter.
Okay, just tell her.
Aaliyah, right?
Yes.
What's a good phone number for you? You're saying he was taking to a phone, right? I know you probably just told Officer Baylor here. So what happened when you guys came to McDonald's? How did King end up inside?
So he had to use the bathroom. We had to use the bathroom. But Mom was sitting out the thing waiting for the door to open. And then we came out. The thing is, I
phone, right? I know you probably just real quick. Do you know the difference between a truth and a lie? You know what the difference is? You know when does somebody ever tell you tell the truth? So that means be honest, right? Do you know what that means? So if I say my shirt is pink, is that a truth or a lie? That's a lie, right? What if I said my ring is black? Is that the truth or a lie?
the truth.
That's the truth, right? Okay. So when you guys came to McDonald's,
questioning a kid without a parent is insane.
What happened? Who came inside?
Me and my little sister.
You and your younger sister?
And me and my little one.
Your little sister? Did you guys come in with your mom? She was already in? Did your mom see you come in?
Me and my little sister were bitching about it. My mom saw us come in.
She watched you come in? Okay. And then what happened after that? You went to the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
And after I took a number 2, I washed my hands.
Okay.
After I came out, I saw the car that was leaving.
You saw it was leaving? Did you try to wave at him or something?
I was screaming mom, and then the window was up.
So mom saw you come in though? Did you talk to her when you walked in? No? Which door did you come in? That door?
That kid clearly came in there. I don't think the mama knew. I don't think the mama knew the son came in. Because what's the point of, if the mama knew the 8-year-old was still in the bathroom pooping, to me, she would have told her 13-year-old to go and wait for him, and then she would come back. To me, the mama would not have left the one kid there by himself. She would have told the oldest girl to wait with him. That make more sense. It don't make sense for her to leave one kid by themselves. As she said, I have 5 kids with me. And sometimes with 5 kids, you can't keep track. And I fully get that. And she should have absolutely counted the kid before pulling off. But the cops, to me, were framing this like she abandoned one child. Why wouldn't she abandon all of them? Why wouldn't she abandon all of them? Why would she come right back for the one? So it do feel like the cops are accusing her of abandonment.
Walk this. Come around here. We're not going to do this in front of your kids, okay? So that's why we're coming over here. Put your hands behind your back. All right? Don't do anything crazy. I'm going to explain everything to you, okay? You are going to be arrested for child neglect, okay? You cannot leave him by himself, okay? At his age, with no means of communication, right? And he does not know where he is, what he's like. He doesn't. Yes, we're going to work on getting contact with a guardian for them, okay?
That is horrible. Now, again, I wasn't there. I don't know, okay? But I feel like she wasn't given the benefit of the doubt. It feel like she was immediately accused of purposefully leaving her child because she happens to be a Black woman with 5 kids who is door dashing for money. It don't, in her saying, I just made enough money to feed my kids, which is how I realized damn one is missing. And even when the cop was talking to the boy, even he didn't sound fully sure over what had happened. I came in with he couldn't even say which sister it was. So again, police do have to, help kids and like have discernment or whatever. But this feel like from the beginning, they looked at her as a bad mom, a poor woman, all these kids, what a daddy at, you not responsible. And I'm like, in my head, it made no sense for them to say, you had 5 kids with you, you left one. Now she had 1 kid with her and left the 1 kid. Yeah, that's kind of over. But she had 5. Why would she choose to leave 1? And if she was thinking I'm gonna leave 1, she would have left the oldest daughter with him when she went to fucking DoorDash. None of the kids said, yeah, mommy purposely left the kid. They said already, the daughter said, No, we did not know he was. We didn't think about it. So she was arrested. She's facing child neglect and child endangerment charges. Again, you want to why? Because she's black. Because she's black. Now, y'all stop letting pastors tell you God told them you have to give thousands of dollars. God ain't say that.
You, before you walk out of here, to obey God and give God a seed that you ain't never gave him before in your life. Man of God to man of God. The Lord says the prophet is not challenging you this because you got this. I'm challenging you this because you're built for this. I want you to release a seed tonight of $20,000 into the kingdom.
What? Hold on.
I want you, before you walk out of here, to obey God and give God a seed that you ain't never gave him before in your life. Man of God to man of God. The Lord says the prophet is not challenging you this because you got this. I'm challenging you this because you're built for this. I want you to release a seed tonight of $20,000 into the kingdom.
Not on my watch.
If God wanted me to sow a seed of $20K today, God would have told me, not you. If God wanted me to sow a seed anywhere of money in my pocket, God would have told me, not you. Can't nobody tell me, hey, God said to tell. No, he didn't. Because I talk to God. I have conversations with, and God gave you that number. God told you $20,000. He gave you an exact number.
The Lord says, when you release this seed into the kingdom, your well will never run dry. Look.
So God told me to give you money so I can make more money.
Hear me. I'm not asking you. I stand as a prophet, one of the most notable voices in prophecy today. I'm telling you, God says, when you release that seed, abundance shall be your portion.
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money.
I'm not giving you $20K. God didn't say that. God did not say that.
Before you leave here, this is for your family. Move now. Clap your hands.
Can you imagine going to church to hear the word? You know what I'm saying? To get closer to God, to get some clarity on things in life. And then the pastor in a jogging suit tells you, God told me to tell you to give me $20K.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
Nah. If Pastor jogging suit would have said, come on. Oh Lord. I didn't see your comment until I was saying it. I'm like, as Pastor Jogging Suit, had Pastor Jogging Suit said to me, God put it on my heart to tell you whatever seed you wanted to sow to do that. That's different. That's different. If Pastor Jorgensen told me, God said to tell you whatever seed you feel you need to sow that seed. Because to me, what that means is maybe God did put it on you to tell somebody to do something that they want to do. That can happen. I believe in that. But when somebody gives you a specific, God told me to tell you, I need you to sow a seed of $13,972. Well, how you get that number?
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you, is it a coincidence?
Is that how much you need, Pastor Jogging Suit? Is that what you need, sir? And it's the fact that he's up there in a fucking jogging suit.
I want you.
That church don't even look like it can afford to hold $20K in the bank. Okay? That church look like it got a green dot card. Okay? A rush card. Okay? A baby fat card. Okay? A bishop robbery pattern. A bishop robbery, baby shower cathedral card.
Before you walk out of here, to obey God and give God a seed that you ain't never gave him before in your life. Man of God to man of God. The Lord says the prophet is not challenging you this because you got this. I'm challenging you.
Meaning, I know you got money. I know you got money. So I'm not asking you this as the bishop of Jogging Suit Cathedral. Okay? I'm not asking you this based on the Jogging Suit ministry. Okay? I'm asking you this because I know you got $21,000 in your thing. Okay?
You this because you're built for this. I want you to release a seed tonight of $20,000 into the kingdom.
Tonight, the bank is closed. I can't give $20K tonight. I can't do that. God didn't tell you that. God didn't let you know that an ATM limit is at most. It might be 800, might be 1,000. Okay, I don't have a checkbook because no one writes checks anymore. If it's a Sunday night, the bank's closed. I don't have $20K in my jogging suit, Pastor. What am I gonna do?
The Lord says, when you release this seed into the kingdom, your well will never run dry.
Can you imagine God being up in heaven, looking around, he see Pastor Jogging suit saying what God, he said,
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown in stuff?
Don't be throwing me your conversations. I didn't tell you nothing. I didn't tell you nothing.
Look at me. I'm not asking you.
Yes, you are asking me. You're absolutely asking me.
I stand as a prophet, one of the most notable voices in prophecy today.
Who told you that?
I'm telling you, God says, when you release that seed, abundance shall be your portion. Before you leave here, this is for your family.
So God told you to give up money for my family to you, and you not even in a suit. You not even in a fancy jogging suit. You in a Walmart jogging suit.
Move now.
And I gotta walk back to my seat and believe I gotta give to. Is that extortion? He like this nigga he didn't trick me. He didn't invited me to his church. He in a jogging suit. Girl, I'm sure that man is walking back to his seat like, $20,000. Cause God said it.
It was all a lie. God
That man up there, girl.
She is a goddamn liar. She is a motherfucking liar, is what she is.
And lying on Jesus at that. No, God said, keep me out of your shenanigans. You know what? I like, God said that. Okay, let me hear it. Because I told God, if he ever asked somebody or told somebody else that I was supposed to give them some money, that you allow them to record your voice for me to hear. You want, because God has this, everybody has a God voice in their ear. And nobody voice of God in their ear sounds the same. So if when I talk to my Lord and Savior, when I have a conversation with my Jesus Christ right here, I hear what he sounds like. Okay? And so when he talked to you, you would only hear him how you hear him. You hear me? But if he told you to tell me something, he should not have even sounded familiar to you. It should be my God's voice. So play me the audio of my Lord telling you for me to give you 20K today before I leave, so that I can get a unstoppable well of wealth. And why would God want me to give you the money? Why wouldn't God want to rain upon every member of this church to have an unlimited well of wealth flowing through our fingers? Because you, bitch with jogging suit, is up there making up shit. I said, girl, 20,000.
Clap your hands.
I'm not clapping for that. If you couldn't wear your good suit to ask me for 20K, you don't deserve my money. Anyway, last weird thing around here. A man was found guilty of killing his own brother. Okay, in their mother's home because he falsely believed he was intimate with his ex-wife and was plotting to have him killed. I tell y'all, delusion and dangerousness go hand in hand, okay? A Milwaukee County jury on April 1st found Brandon Smith, the man on the left, the darker-skinned man, guilty of first-degree reckless homicide in the February 25th shooting death of his brother, Justin Smith, okay? Police responded on early February 26th and were directed inside where they found the victim fatally shot and lying in blood with a hammer nearby. 2 firearms were recovered, including one in the mother, including one of the, two firearms recovered, including one the mother in the home said she had hidden or had hidden after the shooting. The mom told people Brandon Smith, the killer, believed his brother, the victim, had been involved with his ex-wife, though it was not true. Okay. Smith claimed he feared his brother was going to kill him. Okay. I thought I overheard him and somebody else planning to ambush me outside. He then said, you know what? I never actually saw anyone present. So you killed your brother because you thought he maybe fucked around with your ex-wife, and then you made up a lie that you thought he was going to try and kill you, but then admitted you never saw him talking to anyone else. Again, this is a clear example of, one, you're crazy and delusional. 2, men are extremely emotional creatures. Okay, because we see so often men, doing these crimes because they just crazy and deranged. Now your brother dead for no damn reason, and killed him in your mama's house. Child. Crazy Negroes, okay? Look, y'all take 30 good seconds. Y'all go ahead and like the video. Thank God a tornado did not sweep me away. We'll get into the things on the thumbnail, but y'all like the video. Why? Like it, because I asked you to. And we are back. So on my last live, I remember we was talking about Deontay Wilder. And we had seen a clip of him on, I think it was with Piers Morgan. And when I saw the clip, I felt like something else has to be going on. But it was a clip of him discussing his daughter being conceived and him saying how he would finish on the girl's stomach, and he was implying that she scooped up the finished product and put it up in herself. And we discussed that on Wednesday, but I saw a longer clip, a full clip of the actual conversation that I wanted to play just because I felt like it explained a bit more. He's still crazy as hell, but the longer clip it's just a better explanation, because what we did not know was the daughter that he claims the lady used the scoop up the sperm method and insert it in herself method was born with spina bifida. Okay. And he was trying to say how he's a better father than the mama. So let's hear the full conversation.
7 children, like you said. Yeah, man. One is your daughter, Nia, I think it's how she Nia, who was born with spina bifida, which is obviously a very serious condition. What impact does that have on your life and your feelings as a father?
It had a strong impact on my life because I chose to keep her. Her mother didn't. Her mother tried to set me up, to have the baby. She ejected my sperm in her and ran in the bathroom and locked the door, and that's how we had her.
Really?
Yeah.
So again, they were cut and pasting this conversation together. One, even him saying he chose to have her, the mom didn't. Then how did she get here if the mom didn't birth her? You didn't birth that girl. Now, if you mean you chose to keep her and not give her for adoption, but the mama absolutely made a decision to keep that baby and birth it.
Truth be told, she don't even know I know this.
Wow.
But I'm telling it to the world.
How do you know that?
I'm smart. When we was having sex, I used to come on her stomach. I used to fold my towel nicely by the bed because I would want to wipe it off of her stomach. This particular time, she chose that she wanted to have a baby by me because I was the best thing that ever came into her life.
Are you?
Most of her relationships only last for 2 months or whatever because she was a promiscuous woman. I didn't know it at the time. I only found out this thing by reading her journal. She didn't know that I read her journal either. So during that time, I did what I do. I had a good and I her on her stomach. This time, I went and got the towel and tried to wipe it off, but she hit my hand so hard, I thought she hit my hand like a home run, like a baseball player do a baseball bat.
I'm Piers Morgan. I'm like, okay.
But she screamed, no, as if she was being raped. She got up so quickly and ran into the bathroom and locked the door. 2 weeks later, she liked to go clubbing and drinking with her girls and stuff. Like, okay, cool. But this particular moment in time, she knew she was pregnant. So she was pregnant with my daughter. But she didn't do all the right things to, take her prenatal vitamins and things, the nutrients and the minerals that needed for my daughter to stay healthy. She just was worrying about this child having my child. But my child ended up with spina bifida. So going into the doctor's office, we had an opportunity to terminate the pregnancy, but it's just something in my heart. I just felt like she deserved to live. I wanted to take up on this opportunity of taking care of a girl that was born with spina bifida, a child that's in need. She needed me as I needed her.
Where does your daughter live now?
She lived with me.
And has done ever since?
Oh, most definitely. And her life has been better ever since becoming.
And do you have any contact with the mother? Or?
Never. I blocked her. I don't want contact. Why?
Does your
She's
daughter,
a deadbeat.
does your daughter ever see her?
I have 3 deadbeat mothers on my hand.
Not. First of all, I have three deadbeat mothers on my line. What that say about who as a picker? I feel like when people be like, I have multiple deadbeat whatevers, I'm like, you be picking the deadbeat. Okay. Most people have one deadbeat. Okay. When you have whether you have deadbeat baby daddies or baby mamas, what that means is you picked deadbeat material. Okay. Pick them better. They go for men and women.
You know, I had a vision I would have all my children, and God is so beautiful. He's so great. You understand me? I don't go and bash the mothers, though. I don't go and do that. I don't use my platform or certain things to say this and say that.
Wait, what?
I had a vision I would have all my children, and God is so beautiful. He's so great. You understand me? I don't go and bash the mothers, though. I don't go and do that. I don't use my platform or certain things.
Did he say he doesn't go and bastard mothers? Is that what he's saying?
Does your daughter ever see her?
I have 3 deadbeat mothers on my hand, you know. I had a vision I would have all my children, and God is so beautiful. He's so great. You understand me? I don't go and bash the mothers, though. I don't go and do that. I don't use my platform or certain things.
Oh, bash. I don't go and bash the mothers. Said bash the mothers. But you said that lady was a hoe. That she was fucking people every 2 months. You've already bashed her. You've already just said that you have three deadbeat baby mamas. That's bashing them.
To say this and say that, I let life does what it gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm a beautiful father. You understand me? I love my children to death. When you have a father's love in the household, the success rate is through the roof, through the sky. You know, I've been through all that where they didn't want me to see my kids, where I had to take the milk and the Pampers and knock them. It's there and try to make me a deadbeat, but that wasn't in me. I can't be, you know what I mean? I love my children too much to let them living in this world without a father. I've been through all that. So
it's like, but do you want a daddy? Do you want a father who says, the mama trapped me by scooping up my sperm off her stomach and birthed my baby? And then because she also wasn't taking her prenatal vitamins, my baby was born with spina bifida. Now, I Googled what it was, okay? Because I'm not Googled what it was, but I, the details, okay? Spina bifida is a neural tube defect where the spine does not close completely during the first month of fetal development. So the first month, when you were up here nutting on her stomach. Okay. I feel like even him saying, we knew before the baby was born, that the baby would have spina bifida, but I chose to have it born anyway.
So the success rate is through the roof, through the sky. You know, I've been through all that where they didn't want me to see my kids, where I had to take the milk and the Pampers and knock them. It's there and try to make me a deadbeat, but that wasn't in me. I can't be, you know what I mean? I love my children too much to let them living in this world without a father. I've been through all that. So I always promote fathers, take care of your children no matter what.
The man in the corner, he like, what is this nigga talking about? I can't sit there because it's one thing to say, I was having, random sex with random women, finally got them pregnant. That's one thing. But for your statement to be, we have been having sex, right? And I will only come on the stomach, And then there's the thing about, do you not know about pre-cum? Like, do people not know that pre can get someone pregnant? You can't say, well, I was having unprotected sex and not unprotected sex and will pull out and then finish on her body. So I don't know how she got pregnant. Yes, you do. Your penis. It's your penis, sir. And then to try to say, well, because she was not. Now again, I don't know what the mama was doing that could cause the child to be born with, because this is again, it's a neural tube defect where the spine does not close completely during the first month of fetal development. So I don't know. Okay. It do say cause and risk factors. Insufficient vitamin B9 intake before and during early pregnancy. It can be medications a person can take during pregnancy. It can also be from pre-pregnancy obesity and poorly controlled diabetes. It also says a combination of genetic factors and environmental factors. So it could really be his sperm. Unless the doctor told you, hey, you didn't take your prenatal vitamins and you get, like, unless they said no, because of what she did, this is what caused it. But this Negro being, I said, because the first clip we saw, it just felt out, because I was like, why was this a topic? But to see that Piers Morgan brought it up, and then he brought up the daughter because she had spina bifida, would led this conversation about, him. Come on, tell me, it's weird. Yeah, and I'm like, no one knows they're pregnant 2 weeks later. There's no 2-week pregnancy test. There isn't. And I don't think anyone can get pregnant from scooping sperm up off their stomach and put, because I'm like, did she have a turkey baster in the bathroom? Let's see. Once sperm hits the air, does it die? It says sperm do not die instantly upon hitting the air, but they die quickly, usually within minutes, once the semen dries out. They need warmth and moisture to survive. If exposed to air on skin, clothing, or sheets, they die as soon as they dry. So even trying to say she instantly scooped up the sperm and put it up in herself, and then 2 weeks later she knew she was pregnant doesn't even sound logical. Okay, sperm exposed to air typically die within 1 to 30 minutes. It's like, I hate stupid people. I really do. And him, having that whole conversation is, if he doesn't want to say, hey, I'm a good father, I have 3 of my kids at home. One of my children is, has a birth defect, but I love her anyway. I have a couple moms who ain't involved, but you can't make, I think it's Deontay Wilder kids. How many kids does he have? How many children? Boop, boop. Deontay Wilder is the father of 8 children. Recently disclosed he has 7 biological and 1 stepchild, and with a desire to want 1 more. Okay, his oldest daughter, his oldest daughter is the one who was born with spina bifida. He says, which inspired him to pursue boxing to support her medical needs. I was like, this girl, 8 children. How old is he? That's a lot. It's a lot of fucking kids. 8 children. I can't. 8. So he has 8 kids. They say he's engaged to somebody. How old is he? Oh, he's 40, girl. He's 40. Possibility of pregnancy by scoop. 0.9%. Yeah, and why tell that story? Why not say I was having relations with this lady and my daughter was conceived surprisingly, and we found out she would have spina bifida, and the mom did not want to keep her, but I did. And I convinced the mama to birth her, and now she's my child. The mama ain't around. That I would say, okay, that's just him, that's just him being, whatever. And again, the daughter is 21. Okay. So the scoop of cum daughter, as he put it, because the mama scooped up some cum. So that daughter, she's 21. So he's talking about something that happened 22 years ago. I don't want to punch him in the throat. If I just a quick punch in the throat. Okay. Anyway, I just want y'all to see the full context of his stupidity. Okay. We're gonna say congrats to Megan Thee Stallion, who had returned to the Broadway stage. And she had passed out on I think Tuesday. I think on Tuesday she had passed out from exhaustion, from dehydration, and all of that. But she is now back on the stage performing and all that good stuff. I hope she's also getting some rest. The crowd was very, very happy to see her back. Because we're not going to act like people, they said that when Meg was announced to be going to play the role of Zitler on Broadway for Moulin Rouge, a lot of her fans bought tickets. So the fans who went to the shows on Tuesday and Wednesdays did not get to see her because she wasn't there. Okay. But again, she's back on stage. That's a great, 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 great thing. Okay. And we want her to be healthy and happy and all those things. And again, I just think because of opening week, I think she was doing a lot of press, a lot of events, and she just again was overwhelmed. Okay. So I do think this was probably a wake-up call to not do too much, to probably get more used to being on Broadway daily, and then, take it easy, man. But again, we want to say welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, we love Megan, girl. We love Megan. I don't know why or how Kanye West is back on the blog. He's canceled for me. Kanye has not done enough to make me feel like he has redeemed himself for me to care again. You know what I'm saying? I can't see that. So, when I see the blog posting, Kanye West, I see them posting, and I keep seeing them posting Tory Lanez. And I'm like, to me, that just showed me the one Tory Lanez is absolutely paying the blogs to post him because he's in prison. So no one can convince me that he wasn't also paying blogs and paying people to harass Megan. So when I'm seeing blogs post Kanye, I'm seeing blogs posting Tory Lanez, I'm like, I completely ignore the content. I don't click on it. I don't click on it and then put a negative comment on it. I don't do any of this. And the only reason I'm discussing it here is to remind y'all, when you see these blogs posting people that we don't fuck with, do not engage with the content. Don't like it. Don't comment nothing negative. Ignore it because they get paid for clicks and views. So if you click on it and you comment, that's a positive thing for them. So don't do that. For any person, we have Kanye West, Tory Lanez, Nick Cannon, Amber Rose, Chili. You know what I'm saying? Anybody a part of that whole we not fucking with you, those people. Just don't engage. But I'm like, I can't believe Kanye like sold out a concert. I really can't. So I don't support him. I'm not. I have y'all know, and I have to cover things to come to y'all, but I'm not clicking on a view of his concert at all. And I'm like, not Lauryn Hill up there shaking, girl. Lauren, go sit get Nicki Minaj. Okay, I do not engage in any of that content. I'm not commenting. The most I'll do is hit the save thing, and that's it. And that's only coming out and have a conversation. Okay, so y'all, please ignore them fools. Okay, Angela Simmons. Now she was on Cam Newton's spot, and I still don't understand why people go talk to Cam Newton. It's a conundrum. I don't get it. But while there, she discussed her Yo Gotti.
Now, from the beginning, your ex publicly said he had a crush on you and declared it to the world. Dope song, by the way. After that relationship, do you ever think that the crush should have just remained the crush?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's good. It's fine. What more are you looking for?
No.
It didn't need to remain the crush. Like I had a great relationship.
What did that relationship teach you?
That I'd be a great wife.
Is that saying that other parties would not be a great husband?
No, I never said that.
When did you know it was over?
With what?
Just the feeling. Because we all have relationships that you know, like, okay, no, that's the straw. And then, yeah.
No, I just think, I mean, if you're in a relationship long-term, and I was in a long-term relationship for a very long time, at some point, if it came to an end, it was just because I feel like maybe he just wasn't ready and then we're not in the same space. But my relationship was great. Love him down, love his family, respect him. So it's just maybe he wasn't ready.
Did y'all stay together?
We stayed together. What do you mean?
Were you and him staying together?
We were locked in, for sure.
So y'all met family. He met Sutton.
Family. We are family. That's what I would consider family.
That's cool. Could you double spin the block?
I can do what God wants me to do.
Hold on, God. God said, hold on. God said.
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get thrown in because you never.
Please stop.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't answer definite, indefinite questions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I like where you at. Now, from the beginning, your ex publicly said he had a crush on you and declared it to the world.
So again, he
dope song.
He did the whole I got a crush on Angela Simmons or whatever. And they dated for some time. And to me, they had a serious relationship. You know, I feel like she is one of the only women I can remember Yo Gotti being like public with and whatnot. They quietly broke up. And some people feel as if maybe they're still like dating. I put water on my shirt. Maybe they can get back together. But I think her kind of saying, you know, I would make a great wife. But that don't mean who I'm with is ready to be my husband. And you know, it's the thing that, you know what I'm saying, a person can chase you and chase you and chase you and not be ready once they get you. Or you can have a crush on someone and that don't mean it's forever. I don't know. Okay. Because neither one of them have said what happened, why they broke up, where things went wrong, how they feel now. We really don't have an opinion because we don't know what happened. The couple of interviews I've seen her do recently, she has spoke highly of him in the aspect of it feel like they could get back together. You know what I'm saying? If the issue was just maybe he's not ready for marriage right now. And so that doesn't work. But maybe in 2 years, he will be ready. and maybe she will still be single. I don't know. And it can work then. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it can be a whole Nelly and Shanti thing, and they oh yeah, we don't like Nelly no more either. Nelly's also on that list. Maybe it's that, but she speaks of him in a way that feels like I was happy with him. We were happy together, but it still did not work for a reason or the other. But she will never say why. You know, and he don't never say nothing. So who knows? For all we know, they could be together right now. Okay, fucking is like I don't know, but she said maybe he wasn't ready. Well, maybe. Okay. Congratulations to Marvin Sapp. Okay, he was right. Close the doors. No, wait, is that Marvin Winans or Wax? I got him. He's a gospel singer. Okay, he got married. Yeah, yes, I'm thinking about Marvin Winans. Marvin Sapp got married in this church in Fort Worth. Beautiful bride, beautiful gown. Okay. Wait, who said close the doors? Close. Who was that? I want to be sure because I be getting confused. Which pastor said close the door? It was him. Okay. So Bishop closed the door. It was him. Okay. Bishop closed the door, got married. He has a wife. Okay. And that was a beautiful dress. It was a really beautiful dress. Chyna look like a titty. That's not a titty. Now, did they come down on her how they did on Jamal Bryant's wife, who ain't had no titty? I'm just playing. Again, a beautiful dress, beautiful bride, a handsome husband, and all of that. He has a nice little suit on. Okay, congrats to them. I feel like when people get married and they have these huge dresses that are just so overwhelming, I always wonder how you gonna walk around and sit down. How you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? And did Bishop close doors? Did he close? Like, was the doors open for the people? Okay, I just wonder. Close the doors. Close the door. I wasn't that. Gorgeous gown. But when I seen the full vision, wait, this is a lot of gown. This is a lot of gown. Okay. Oh, a lot of gown. Okay. A beautiful dress. Beautiful dress. But I still feel like, girl, can you walk? Don't fall. Okay. She's gorgeous. Beautiful makeup. But I want her to tell him to go bald. I'm a firm believer in once you look bald, if you do this and look bald, shave it. Okay? I need men to know. Okay? Sometimes you will look better bald than you will look when your hairline starts in the middle of your forehead. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. Now, some men don't want to be bald if they don't have any facial hair because they don't want like a baby, but he has a full-fledged beard, okay? As long as you have at least a mustache, maybe a goatee, okay? But once your hair is so far back, I just don't understand the point of keeping the hair when you look bald from the front. I will never understand that. You're up there, okay, with the middle of the forehead, not middle of the head, a hairline. Okay, you look bald from the front. You look fine looking bald. You have a full beard. Okay, the little bit of hair you have on top, you ain't gonna miss it. You ain't gonna miss it. I'm just saying, but congrats to Pastor Close the Doors. close the doors. Okay, may they have a happy and healthy marriage forever and ever and ever. Okay, and I hope that he never closed the doors on her. Okay, Porsha. Now y'all know Atlanta Housewives come on tomorrow. Atlanta Housewives season 17 starts tomorrow. I don't review many housewife shows anymore, but I am going to review Housewives of Atlanta. I think I'm only going to do premiere recaps that'll be open, close the doors. That will be that I will post on Monday mornings. I don't feel like I'm gonna do live reviews because y'all don't really watch my live review of a show. Okay, so Housewives of Atlanta reviews will be up on Mondays. Okay, but Porsha was up and talking with y'all. Now we know on the new season, Porsha we will see Porsha dating that bald man and this lady. Okay, and whatnot. Okay, and Porsha said she's opening up about her love life. Okay, for her old girl. Okay, her girlfriend Shay McKinney ain't that Dennis' last name? Anyway, but she's focusing on this down here. Okay, offering a rare sight to how the romance developed. Okay, she confirmed she followed her instincts when decided to go public with the relationship later last year. And Porsha said to Us Weekly, because she wants some attention, you just know when you know. Girl, you can't say that. You said that about Simon. When you look, I mean this in all sincerity. You know, you can't use the same rhetoric in different relationships after one failed. Because Porsha was saying the same bullshit about her and Simon. You just know when you know. I felt comfortable. I felt led more toward her and our relationship and what we were building. Bitch, you said that about you and Simon, you and Dennis, you and Cordell, you and Bolo. So I just wish Porsha would change up some of her rhetoric so that it doesn't feel like you're saying the same shit but about a different person. You know what I'm saying? She said she revealed that her connection with McKinney stood out naturally, you know, especially as she explored dating both men and women. How many women did you date? She says her bond with Sway felt aligned and intentional, signaling a deeper emotional connection. Porsha openness about her relationship marks a shift as she embraces a more authentic version of herself following her divorce from time ago by you. So you want us to now believe you're being authentic and you're being open because you're with Shay. Now, Charlotte, if she wants to be a lesbian lover for right now, fine. But all this, it's so I'm more authentic. But Porsha is doing all the promo she can for this new season because what else is she gonna do? Okay, she can't get paid from Simon's money anymore and whatnot. We shall see. But she said it was I was led to her. I was led to her. Okay. I'm gonna say this, and this is not me being a hater. If Porsha and Sway don't work out, watch and see how the next person she's with, she's gonna have the same notion. This is so real. I feel so because she said the reason I was with Sam, he made me feel so comfortable. She always say that. And I just wish Porsha would say, you know what, for right now, this feels good. Don't give all that this time it feels this. And no. Because you say the same thing every time. And that's what makes me feel like it's a fake ass shit. because I've heard it all before. Hey, every time. The game. The game, what you doing? The game sent a ruthless message to me. He said, shot at his truck. The game posted on the social media, on the eye of the G's. To the niggas that just shot at my truck. I hope your homie bleed out on the way to the hospital, bitch. I said, not you, I mean, you shot somebody. Why is it? What's the gun? That girl, we don't have gun. Girl, put the guns down. Now, first of all, I also feel, okay, if someone shoots at you, that's the main reason. That's the only reason you should shoot back. It's called self-defense. But do not post about the shit on social media, okay? Go tell the police, okay? We got games alive, okay? But he said he hoped whoever else is there. I'm not they dead, girl. Quad, okay? Now, I don't really watch Married to Medicine. I watch the clips on social media, okay? And this season, Quad and her little boyfriend, King, child, who she had been dating for a couple of years. He was on last season and this season as well. They broke up, like, off season. Even though we feel like they broke up during the season, they didn't admit it. And he was not at the reunion. So when Quad was on Carlos King discussing him, this is what she said.
Last time that Kirk has reached out to you.
His real name was Kirk. See, that's something else. While dating and being with him, she only called him King. They then broke up, and now she calls him Kirk.
It was recent, very recent. Maybe a few days ago.
Saying what?
I don't.
Girl.
I don't. Here I don't indulge. Listen.
Did you respond back?
I don't indulge. You know, here's the thing. I'm all in when I'm all in. I'm so in. I'm so in when I'm all in. Sometimes I can even be blinded that I'm so in. So when I'm all out, when I'm out, kind of all out.
Do you not to belabor? I'm gonna move on. Because I know you personally. When I watch these scenes, I know you. So your eyes lit up. Like anybody, like when you're around Damon, hey, you know.
And my whole voice changed.
Your whole voice changed. I'm like, that ain't the girl I talk to every Monday. Who is this? So when you said as a Taurus woman, when you're all in, you all in, and that's how Taurus women are. But sometimes when you're all in, you could be blinded. Do you feel like you have blind spots in your relationship with Kirk?
Love is beautiful. And it's an amazing feeling. I would encourage anyone to enjoy it. That's what I'll say.
You ain't gonna go nowhere with that, baby. You just let it go.
When was the last time
King saw the interview? Okay, King felt some kind of way. And King said, I got something to say. Now, when I discussed the reunion a little bit of Married to Medicine, I said I felt like because King and Quad were in a full-blown on-screen relationship for 2 seasons, and if they broke up after the season stopped airing, he should have been at the reunion to at least close out that storyline. You know, we should be able to hear from both Quad and King because Quad made him a part of the show. I don't feel like it's fair when any cast member brings someone in for a full-blown relationship, like with Stacey and TJ. That wasn't a relationship, okay? I ain't saying she paid that man, but they never were in a we're living together, having a baby together thing, okay? That's different. So Stacey, you know, not wanting TJ there or whatever, to me made more sense based on the fact that they weren't there as a couple. Quad and King were a couple on that show for 2 seasons. Quad was bragging about that man, my man, my man, my man, for 2 full seasons. Quad was around there. Him and Quad was flying back and forth to Ghana for IVF treatments. They had a full-fledged life together. So I still feel like he should have been able to come to the union. And this for 5 good minutes. Not just when the men was out there, and that's it. Or just have a part with this him and Quad. Okay. But King said, stop lying. Okay. I asked to end the relationship and I haven't had a need to contact you. Stop trying to make yourself look good. These curated interviews and PR stunts are laughable. You have them in a controlled environment with your friends, not with a real journalist that would question you. The performance goes on. And no, it wasn't mutual or amicable. That was it in the performance and PR stunt. So, some folks felt like King responding or King having any rebuttal to stuff Quad has mentioned about him. It's him being sassy, why he's so mad, why he's upset, and blah, 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 blah. And I feel like if Quad speaks on him, he does have a right to respond back if his point of view is that she's not being honest. Now, do I feel like Quad has interviews with people who are friends? Yes, she does. Do I feel like Quad has very much so structured PR answers? I think she does as well. But that's just a part of being in show business. You have to be able to respond in a PR type of way. Now, what I think should happen, I think Carlos should interview King. To be fair, because when you just to be fair, okay, let him have his say so, and hopefully his say so is not trying to speak negatively about Quad. But I do think people want to know his side because they saw them in a relationship for 2 seasons. And our Quad said before she brought him on the show, they were together like a year or so before that. So y'all had a long relationship. He was a part of the show. He has a right to kind of respond. Now, again, if next season gets aired and she don't break him up, he should shut the fuck up. Okay? But for right now, the topic is about them breaking up. Just saying, okay? But Quad said, he want me back, girl. I said, girl, does he? Now, a couple of... Wait, because what's left? What's left, y'all? We 2 hours in? Have y'all liked the video? Let me do... Oh, where GloRilla at? I gotta scroll down. Let me scroll down. GloRilla. Now, y'all, it was rumors. Okay? I kept hearing rumors that GloRilla was pregnant. And when I was looking into it, because I'm nosy, okay, when I was looking into it, I said, I don't think she's pregnant. Only because I was like, we just not seeing her that much at all. But I kept my good eye on it. So she was out of the limelight for a while. We had not really seen her out anywhere. And when we were seeing her out a little bit, she had on like baggy clothes. But I'm like, it was still kind of winter or whatever. She could have been cold, but she was at the game, okay, she and her man child. And she said, who pregnant? Now ain't no sign because of music, okay? So she's at the game, sitting from, they're not gang signs. But she's showing folks, what belly? What baby? Who pregnant? Okay. Because she rubbed her stomach and there was no baby in sight. Now, do that mean she not 2 days pregnant? I don't know. But she was showing how flat her stomach was because the actual rumors were she's pregnant. They were accusing her of being 5 months pregnant. But what's her man's name? What's her man's name? Brandon Ingram. They're claiming she was about 5 months pregnant with his baby, and she don't look pregnant. Okay, right here. Okay, he tall, and she's short. So her point was, I'm not pregnant. Yes, I have been out the limelight. No, I'm not with child. Yes, that's still my man. But bitch, leave me alone. Okay, he love me. I love him. So y'all know I be on pregnancy watch. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But again, she could be 2 days pregnant. She not fat. And her point is she not 5 months pregnant. Okay? She not 5 months pregnant at all. But man, he plays for I think he played for the Grizzlies? No, I think he played for the Raptors. It was the Grizzlies versus the Raptors game. Her man is Brandon Ingram. Okay. And again, her point was, bitch, what belly? What baby? Who pregnant? Not me, ho. I said, I guess that. Okay. So again, whatever. Okay, my man, bitch. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Look, if she was pregnant, who cares? Who cares? But she said, I am not your child. It ain't my belly. If you saw someone else pregnant, bitch, it was not me. I'm gonna do Pooh Shiesty in them last. Black Chyna, as a white, is countersuing her ex for $20 million. Okay, over an NDA and claimed the self-defense. So her Black Chyna's ex-boyfriend, okay, Twin Hector, sued her in 2024, accusing her of assault. And I remember seeing a picture of like him like with a bruise on his lip or whatever. So he was saying she beat him up. And so he was trying to sue her. Okay. So she is now countersuing him again for $20 million, saying, well, first of all, he hit me first. Okay. I hit him because he hit me. I hit him in self-defense. Okay. Because he struck me first. And any injury he had was a result of him hurting me and me having to protect myself. Okay. So I'm suing him for, she also claims he violated a non-disclosure agreement. That he referenced her in a few songs. And so she wants $20 million in damages. His people say she tried to distract y'all from the lawsuit. Look, if you hit me and I hit you back, that's fair. If you hit me first and I hit you back, but I hit you back with a frying pan, it's still your fault that you got hit with a frying pan. Okay? If you punch me first and I don't really get hurt, but if my response to you punching me is I hit you with a golf club, you are only hurt and bruised because you hit me first and I had to defend myself. So if her story is true, is that yes, he had bruises for me beat his ass because he hit me first. I just want to fight. You can't sue me for the fight. Okay, so I want $20 million, bitch. Now, does he have $20 million? I don't know. I don't know that man. Okay. However, lawsuit. Everyone is wanting somebody. Brian McKnight, who was trying to sue Urban One Radio and also Ricky Smiley for defamation. Now, remember, Ricky Smiley and them had on Brian McKnight's son, Brian McKnight's ex-wife, who had claimed that Brian McKnight was a piece of shit person. He was a piece of shit baby daddy, a piece of shit husband, and all these things. So they had their accounts of what happened while being married to him and being his child. And so Brian McKnight is trying to sue Ricky Smiley Morning Show and Urban One, saying, defamation. So the lawyer is saying, hold up, ho. Okay, you can't come at us. Leave us alone. You can't prove it was defamation on our part. So the radio platform Urban One is pushing back against Brian McKnight. And again, Brian McKnight is also someone we don't like. Okay, he's also on the list. Okay. But again, they're asking the judge to dismiss his latest lawsuit tied to an on-air interview about his personal life. And again, it's weird that he's trying to sue the radio station based on the accounts that his wife and son had as their recollection of the marriage and fatherhood. And we know Brian McKnight ain't shit. Okay. The company argues that the singer's claims like legal standings stemming from segments on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show and the North Carolina station. The lawsuit centers on comments made by his ex-wife, Julia McKnight, and clips from his son. So again, it's stuff. It's not even that the show said Brian McKnight is this and this and this based on their opinion or whatever. They were recounting or discussing what Brian's wife and son had been saying everywhere else. You know, they say the Miss Clark statements identified by the plaintiff cannot reasonably be interpreted as stating actual facts about plaintiff. The alleged defamatory statements are not truly factual statements. More maybe questions. Any statement not solely a question is at most an expression of opinion. And that's the thing. Most times, we journalists, content creators, commenters of whatever, we are usually giving our opinion based on what's going on. It's our opinion based on a story. It's our opinion based on an interview. It's not none of us are saying, oh, this is fact. This is fact. So everyone says that McKnight fails to prove malice. Okay, so this case should be dismissed. Brian has showed himself to be an asshole, so I don't think this case will go far. But the attorney's saying it's based on someone else's opinions on what they went through with him. Why the fuck he's suing us? Because Brian's an asshole, and we hate assholes. They're weird, and he's weird. And Cardi. Cardi is in court. Winning. I still feel like, Cardi's court day is hilarious. Afro Man's court days was hilarious. These funny ass court days is crazy. So, Cardi was being sued by that security guard who alleged Cardi B scratched her. Okay? Scratched her. And she was suing Cardi B for like all these things. Well, she lost the case. Okay, she lost the case. And she was required to or ordered to pay Cardi B's legal fees. Again, when you are suing people and you lose, they're going to make you pay their lawyer fees. And this girl was dumb to even go this far. Okay, so 6 months after the jury unanimously agreed Cardi B ain't do shit, leave her alone, they're now saying, girl, pay the lawyer fees. Okay. Now, the civil case in which Imani Ellis accused Cardi B of assault, they said she ain't do shit. Not at all. And Imani was trying to block the court order for her to pay Cardi B's $19,690 tax bill, okay, for in-trial expenses, okay, for deposition fees, court reporter services, photocopy. So this stuff that goes with filing a lawsuit. And she was like, hey, I don't think this is right. The reimbursement should not be approved, because she argued that the filing was untimely and described the submitted cost as a sham. Girl, you sued that bitch. She had to hire lawyers who had to do things. Did you think it would not be free? You would think it would be free? Again, suing someone when you know it's a crock of bullshit will always end up costing you money. Okay? The judge said no. The judge reviewed the case and said no, the costs were filed on time and were necessary for defense. Meaning you sued me. The case took like at least a year, if not 2 or 3. Because this happened when Cardi was pregnant with Culture. Her first child. So the judge said, bitch, no, pay her the money. Okay, so Cardi keeps winning in court. And I don't know why people keep suing her for dumbass reasons. You gonna owe her some money. So now you have to pay your own court fees plus her $20,000 court fees. And Cardi B want her money. All of it. Okay. Also, I meant to discuss this the other day. Cardi's Grow Good brand is out and whatnot. And she was in an interview where somebody asked her, how does she feel about competing against other celebrity brands. Now again, I need people to know there are 18,732 brands of this and that. There are all different brands of pops, shoes, nail polish, makeup, hair, all these things. So when people say, hey, do you feel like you have to compare or compete with Beyonce and Sacred, with Tracy Ross and Pattern, with Taraji B. Henson's line, with Tia Moore, so many celebrities have a brand of hair thing. Again, Tracy Ross does, Beyonce, Brianna, Gabrielle Union does, Tia Mowry does, so many people, not Cardi B does. So I love that Cardi's point was, I don't have to compete. It's really about who has a good company. So I'm not competing. See, it's not even about competition. It's about what's going to have your hair growing. And that's true. Because every different hair care brand is kind of for different things. Like Tracy Ellis Ross's line was really for, kinky, curly hair because there was not enough products out for our hair. Beyonce line is, about Beyonce's whatever. Cardi said her line is about, growth and health. But I do hate it when people want to compare and contrast. They want to make it seem like, oh, well, Beyonce, Rihanna, Tracy Ellis Ross, Cardi, you're like, they're not competing. You have Maybelline, Revlon, there's 18 different makeup brands, and no one's asking A-Line they beef with Mary Kay. No one's asking Maybelline and Revlon they beef. It's like don't try to make the black hair girlies compete with each other because they don't have to. Because they fans gonna buy everything. Okay, so I love Cardi saying it's not a competition. It's about what brand will make her grow, and we're all different. Okay, period. Leave people alone. Stefan Diggs, okay, will have a May 4th trial. He had 2 trials with 2 cases. The case of the cook who said that she got choked out by Stefan, and also that man who said Stefan, was messing with him and whatnot. But he is going to face trial on May 4th over the alleged assault with a private chef and whatnot. Again, his attorney said he's going to be exonerated. All attorneys say my client is innocent and will be found innocent, and sometimes that does not happen. I hope the trial is like televised so I can see it somewhere. But I want to see the proof. Because again, Stefan, if you were dumb enough to put your hands on somebody over some punk ass money, you deserve whatever it is you're getting. Okay, so again, the trial starts on May 4th. I don't know when the trial starts for that man that's doing them either. But again, the chef trial starts in a month, and we will follow that. Tiger Woods. I'm not so dry, y'all. Hold on. Matter of fact, take 30 seconds, y'all, and like the video because I need to drink some more water. And I'm back. Who wanna go to next, child? Where LeBron at? So LeBron was in Memphis, and he was discussing, him not liking being in Memphis. Okay, and I believe he was on a golf course. Hold on, let me get to it. He was on a golf course. And he was just talking about how, bitch, I don't want to be in Memphis.
Staying at the fucking Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I want to do that shit? Being in Memphis on a fucking random ass Thursday. I'm not like the first guy even talk about in the NBA. We all you guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the fucking NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Yeah. They got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. Their only chance was in 2003 if they would have won the lottery to give me that. And I might have pulled a Eli Manning and not showed up for the games.
So his point was like it's a random ass Thursday. Like who the fuck wants to be hanging out in Memphis on a random ass day? Now, the crazy part that I felt like people were saying, "Oh, he was being anti-black." I'm like, is it because he's black? Is it because Memphis is a black city? I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people don't want to hang out in certain cities, because they just may not want to be themselves. But anyway, he was asked about his comments.
How people have taken those comments. People been upset about the fact that Memphis was looked at as a team that, you know, black people in Memphis, right, compared to like Nashville, for example. So
did I say I don't like black people?
No, I didn't say that.
When y'all can't get me to hate LeBron. When the guy saying, you know, people feel some kind of way because you were, you know, discussing not liking Memphis and how it can be, you know, anti-black. He was like, did I say I don't like black people? The guy said no. He's like, so again, how am I being anti-black if I did not say I don't like black people? If my point was I don't want to play sports in Memphis, it ain't got shit to do with the black people. I don't want to be in Memphis.
But there were people who were wondering why Memphis was targeted. Like
Milwaukee was too. Did they miss that one too? They didn't see that?
Not as much commentary.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He like, oh, I said Milwaukee and Memphis. They ain't mad about Milwaukee. This about Memphis. I didn't just say Memphis. I also said Milwaukee.
I said Milwaukee as well. 41 years old. There's two cities I do not like playing in right now. That's Milwaukee and that's Memphis. What is the problem? I don't like going home either. Shit, and I'm from there. What is people? You are ridiculous.
And I like him saying, I don't want to go back to Cleveland either. I'm from there. So I think his point is me being a grown ass 40-plus-year-old man. And my point is, I don't like playing in these places. I don't like those. And everybody has a city they would say, yeah, I don't want to go hang out in that city. I know folks who say they don't want to come to Detroit. Now, that's crazy to me. But I don't care. I don't think it's anti-black. But his point is, y'all are pointing out I said something about Memphis. But I've also said it about Milwaukee. I also said about my own city. I don't know the Akron either, and I'm from there. So how are y'all upset about me just saying I don't like these cities?
So get mad at my son being on the team too. So what are we talking about? Okay. People need to figure out other ways to put their energy to other things that's important. Like seriously, I'm not talking about the city, like the people in Memphis. I don't like staying at the Hyatt Central. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Nothing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? People need to chill the hell out.
Yeah, look, I'm a firm believer in you have to be careful when having regular talk in public because some folks are living to misinterpret you, misunderstand you, and make you the villain. Had LeBron said this in a private conversation, or maybe it's not. It wasn't from around here. Okay. If I'm somewhere and I'm saying I'm here, I don't want to be here. I hate the hotel here. The pillows suck. The water stank. I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in Milwaukee. I don't want to be in Memphis. I don't want to be in Akron. Let's see. From my understanding, he was talking about black cities around white men. I get that. I get that, but I also feel like that's still this preference. and how people perceive something. It doesn't mean that he's trying to demean Black people or demean Black cities. Should he not like white cities? You know what I'm saying? So I see that point. I get that, but I feel like, are we not allowed to not like something because it's Black? And we can't have a off the cuff statement about something around white people, and if we do, we're labeled as being anti-Black about whatever it is. Is there no nuance in him just maybe saying some shit? And you can say, but hey, let's not have Black conversation around white people. But the question is, was he having a Black conversation, or was he just saying, I don't like staying in this city because I don't like the hotels in this city? And also, when you are a rich person, the amenities in one city won't be the same in another one. That may be why he said he is like Memphis, Milwaukee, and Akron, because what he's used to may not be in those smaller cities. Because if he's going to California, if he's going to Atlanta, if he's going to New York, they may have better accommodations. Because he said here, I was talking about places I stay when I'm playing. When I'm on the road, I don't want to be here. So I think there's a larger conversation about, well, what was he talking about? If his point was, when I'm on the road playing, I don't want to stay in Milwaukee, Akron, and Memphis. I don't like the hotels here. Now, you can say, well, hey, make that clear. Don't make it seem like you don't like these Black cities. But you can say, hey, when I'm on the road, I don't like, if y'all go on vacation, would you go on a vacation to Akron, Ohio? Would you go on a vacation to Memphis? Would you go on a vacation to Milwaukee if you had your choice? Or would you prefer to go to Manhattan in New York? Would you prefer to go to, somewhere in California and New York? I mean, somewhere in Cali to LA and Cali? Would you like, if you come to Michigan, don't nobody want to go stay in Flint? If you come to Michigan, most people want to stay either in downtown Detroit, or they want to be maybe in Farmington Hills. Like, no one is coming to Michigan and staying at a hotel in Flint. They just not. Every state has a city where if someone's coming to visit, they may not want to stay in that city because the accommodations just are not the best. So that's two different things. If people are upset because he was saying something around white people, then say that. But you can't make it seem as if, well, you're being negative about Black people. If he was not even talking about Black people, if he was talking about the hotels and the accommodations when he's on the road playing, that to me makes sense if he's talking to Black folks or white folks. Because where I stay and where I live, the color don't matter. I don't like it regardless. Again, if you come to Michigan, no one is gonna say, hey, I'm gonna go stay in Flint. And we can't then say, well, Flint is a Black town. It is, but it's a little ass town, way much around there. And the accommodations won't be the best. And if you are a rich NBA superstar, you might not want to be there because of the accommodations. I'm just saying, have the right conversation with him and make the issue plain and saying, hey, was you being an asshole because of Black people? Is that what it was, nigga? Or for him to say, no, I don't like the hotels there. I don't want to be in Memphis on a random ass Thursday at this regular ass hotel. Because the hotel ain't got cubed ice. The hotel ain't got the Giants ass kick at. The hotel ain't got the soft tiles. I don't know. I'm making up shit at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I felt like if his point was, Mom, I did not just say Memphis. I said a few cities. I don't like playing in and staying in on the road. I never said I don't like black people. Just saying. Okay. So LeBron said, leave me alone. LeBron said, get off my back. LeBron said, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Okay. Keke Palmer. We saw Keke. Where is it? I saw Keke when she had that proposal from that weird guy. Hold on. You know that weird guy came up and said, will you marry me?
Nah, hey, he was doing some weird earlier.
So since that happened, I don't believe Keke like spoke about how it made her feel. So I always felt like a stranger coming up to you, proposing to you, and then convincing himself that you would say yes is scary. Because what that means is he has a whole fantasy in his head about y'all together. And you have to be careful how you respond to crazy. So Keke was on a podcast and she finally spoke about what happened, how she felt. Let's listen.
I want you to walk us through when you were looking, you know, when that ring came out, like you asked if it was a prank, like walk us through a little bit of how you kept composure.
First of all, so at first, so I will show you a little bit because I want you to be able to see what the vibe was. This is how I knew that something was wrong because the ring was nice.
Not a nice ring. It wasn't cheap.
Stop it. It wasn't like no crackerjack ring.
Please don't make me laugh.
Serious.
Why are we laughing
now? The ring looked expensive. And
meaning his crazy self went and bought a nice ass ring because it was me. You know, some delusional people who have a fantasy in their head won't even think to get you an expensive looking ring. It'll be a little dollar ring. Because their mind is not really focused on things.
It looked expensive. That's when I knew something's up. But like, so talk to each other right now and then just look at me when you have to.
Okay. So, you know, we about to have Keke on here today. And
she didn't say the talk. We're just acting. You see? Oh, wait. With the ring.
With this type of eye contact. And so I was like thinking to myself that's when I was like, is this a joke? Because it was so sincere. Like I could see in his eyes that we've had romance. We had a lifetime in this man's eyes where he was like seriously like it gave like the day finally came. And I'm like,
I don't even know you, man. You know what I'm saying? So even her saying like he was looking at me as if he knew me, as if we had a relationship. And he was actually proposing, to someone who loves him and who he loves. And her saying that she realized by looking at him and how he was looking at her, that for him, this was real.
How could this be? You know, and so then I was like, okay, sir, no, I cannot marry you. I cannot marry you, sir. And then that's when I knew when he started looking back to the people and he was like, she wants to say yes. Help her say yes. And I was just like, oh no.
He said help her say yes.
He said help her say yes. That's when I got sad, guys, because I feel like when stuff like this happens, it's not even about me. It's about like we're really in a really bad time. Like economically, like loneliness rates are at an all-time high. Depression is up. People suicide. Like for him to, I felt I was nervous more for myself, delayed after, because I was like, oh, it could have got dangerous. But in the moment, it went.
Because he could have flipped out and killed that lady. If he think she's supposed to say yes, and she's saying no, and also saying no publicly in front of the people, like that could have been extremely dangerous.
From this is a joke to I've got to be careful with how I break the reality of this guy. Because this is fragile, because for him to walk up, for him to go, first of all, he looked clean cut. He like a pretty together guy.
He did.
He got this ring. The ring looked expensive. He paid for a ticket to be in South by Southwest. They're not cheap.
They're not.
And then he got the gumption to walk up here and ask me to marry and actually believed that I could potentially say yes. This is nothing to play with.
Meaning he's a bit crazy. Now, one, I'm happy she handled it in a way that she knew I can't play with it. I have to allow whatever's supposed to happen, but let him know, no, I can't marry you, but not embarrass him so much to where I break his reality and then he spazzes out, he freaks out, he reacts in some kind of way that could hurt either himself or hurt me. So I had to be conscious enough to know how to address this man who I don't know, who's proposing to me, and he doesn't want to leave. So I love how she explained it to where she knew it kind of wasn't about her. That man just had his own thought process he had to work through. And I got to be safe for me. I can't be safe for him. And I said, well, girl, we happy you made it, bitch. Tiger Woods had a second mugshot release. Now, I don't know why he had two mugshots, because they released this one initially, and that was him in that outfit he had on once he was arrested. They did one little picture right here, and they probably made him go and like change into like a jail outfit. And so they then had him do a second mugshot. Okay, he still looked a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit high, a little peel. Okay, so again, they released his second mugshot and whatnot. Just arrested or whatever. Now he also was telling the people that he was on the phone with the president. I said, the president.
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president. Trying to get away from everybody.
Mr. Woods. Get you to hang out down here with us, please.
Thank you so much. All right, you got it. All right, thank you. Bye. Say again?
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
You know how delusionally confused and ridiculous it is for you to cause an accident and then think by dropping, yeah, I was gonna call the president. The president of who? Of the US? I don't care. Trying to do that to me shows, first of all, Tiger Woods, I don't think Tiger Woods looks at himself as a black man. Okay, I think Tiger Woods absolutely wants to be protected by the Caucasians in his life, including Code 45. But him telling the police, yeah, I was gonna hold the president. So unless he's coming to get you, fuck him. Okay. Then y'all know he's dating a Code 45er. Okay. Vanessa Code 45 was posting how much she loved him. Okay. Well, bitch, get him under control. Okay. If you love him so much, why was he out here high driving by himself? Why wasn't you driving? Okay. If you love, look, they probably all be doing things together. So the whole love you, we're happy you love the because I don't think he does cocaine. I think he's a pill popper. Okay, I think because of his car accidents and the injuries to his body over the years, I think he's developed a drug addiction. Okay, I also feel like sometimes when he is popping the pill, he takes pills and potions. Pills and potions. Okay, and when somebody feel the need to post how much you love your DUI boyfriend, you just as bad. Okay, you just as bad. So what was your antennas when he was right here driving drunk or driving under the influence of some kind of pill, some kind of medication? Okay, you, Tiger, and fuck Kofi the for all y'all. Okay, all y'all, because the fact that man had loose pills in his pocket means he's a loose pill popping individual who thinks to call Code 45 when he causes car accidents. Okay, so Tiger Woods. Okay, he's probably on our list. Okay, just saying. We don't know that man. He thought if I tell them I'm on the phone with Code 45, I won't get arrested. And then go ahead and bring your feet towards you. All the way to the How much have you got to drink today? Do you take any medication? I take a few. What's a few? They're like, nigga, you've been drinking. Okay, you've been drinking.
Ibuprofen and
Did you take all of them today? Yes. Yeah. At what time? In the morning? Night? In the morning. Do you know the milligrams for each?
No. Ibuprofen 8 and.
Arrested. My point is, you tried to use that man to get out of being held accountable because you were driving under the influence of your pills. Now, even if they are prescription pills, you are not supposed to drive impaired. Okay, me and him were just discussing, Tiger Woods, and I was like, Tiger Woods, to me, is who OJ was before the trial. Before OJ killed Nicole, OJ wasn't black. Okay? OJ was fully in white spaces. He was a black man in white spaces. He did not really care about black people. And once he killed that white lady, he wanted all the black folk on his side. Okay? Tiger Woods, to me, does not look at himself as a black man. He thinks he's above the black man, racial tropes, being a drug addict, being an alcoholic thing. He thinks he's above all of that. And even this situation, y'all was on the phone with the president, fuck him. So Tiger Woods, to me, is showing how much we can't cheer for that man. Now we're also not hoping he perishes in the pills, in the potions, okay? However, let that lady right here, let this white, blonde-haired, Code 45 family adjacent ass lady care for him. And when they chew him up and spit him out, we ain't gonna help. Okay? Get out of our face. We don't want you. Not today, not ever. I don't really care about Kim Zolciak, but I have marked it right here. First of all, Kim Kids has to be 8,000 years old. How is Kim Kids? Kim Kids is probably Kim Zolciak Bierman kids. How old are they? No, how old are the other kids? Now I can't. I put up some kids. Kim Kids with Croy. Let's see. Croy Jr. was born in 2011. This is Magus. So 2026 minus 2011. So their oldest is 15. Okay. So yeah, Croy Jr. is 15. He was born in 2011. Cash was born in 2012. He's 14. And the twin was born in 2020. They're 13. So 13, 14, and 16-year-old. Them kids is grown. Them kids can vote if they wanted to. Okay. I'm just saying. But again, Kim is somewhere shooting that show over across the pond somewhere with her and Kenya and Tamar or whatever over there shooting some show and whatnot. And it said because Kim missed some court ordered therapy sessions and she lost custody of her kids temporarily. Okay. Child, who cares? If Kim is gone for 2 weeks and she's working, who else gonna have a kid without Troy? So while she's gone, fine. Okay, fine. They say hopefully sometime in April, around April 13th, Kim should be reunited with the kids. But Kim and Croy divorced in the shop. Girl, them kids are old enough to pick and choose who they want to live with, okay? And even though we all know for a fact that Kim spent all that man money, okay, birth 4 kids back to back to back, spent all that man money, and now she has to work for a living. I don't think Kim ever had to work for a living, and now she does. And I'm like, girl, get it together. Kim went and said she did not lose custody of the kids. She just is filming. And so because she was filming, she did miss therapy. Okay. But when she gets it back, she will get her kids back. Girl, I hope so. Or not. I don't care. The kids are grown. Okay. 13, 14, 15. Them not kids. Them is teenagers. Okay. Them is halfway adults. Okay. Halfway adults. Let's do Trick Daddy. I first saw Fucking Aniva, who made a post, I think it was like last night, and he was like, who hired Trick Daddy to like perform at an AK event? And I was like, now I have no knowledge of the D9. Okay, I have no distinct knowledge outside of the public things. I have a few family members who are in different things and whatnot. But even I thought when I saw, I'm like, Trick Daddy at an AKA event for what? Now, why would they do that? So this person posted like clips from the AKA conference where Trick was the performer.
Hey man, I flew out to Orlando to see Trick Daddy. Who is that? Man, this is not the Trick Daddy.
Now he was being shady, saying Trick don't look like he used to look. Trick, if you are used to Trick Daddy from when he was, skinny and handsome a little bit with them gold teeth, this is a whole different Trick Daddy.
I'm about to give my mama a heart attack. What do you say? Everybody leaving. What's going on?
Now, this was an AKA event for like the older AKAs, the ones who've been AKA forever ago. And when Trick Daddy is up there saying to somebody's grandma, okay, to the 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old meemaws who are AKAs, put your hand up if you want your pussy ate. I'm like, sir, you can't say that to them grandmamas. So I'm like, who the fuck hired Trick to be the performer?
What he say? You all my ladies run this motherfucker. What? Everybody in here 60 years old. What is he talking about? Sexy motherfucker. Oh, they done shut the concert down. I told y'all he up there doing too much. Y'all know they passed their bedtime. It's about 10:30. They done shut it down. They done shut down the concert.
Let's give Trick Daddy a round of applause.
Trick Daddy is 60 years old. Talking about what?
We went a little too far.
Hey, man.
But then the AKAs posted a story, a letter, saying to my sisters who was attending the 73rd South Atlantic Regional Conference, AKA contracted Trick Daddy, a rapper from Miami, because it was in Florida. They contracted Trick Daddy to perform a selected list of songs after our Step and Stroke competition on Friday night. We met several times with him and his team to say, hey, these are our requirements, including attire, language and specific songs. Unfortunately, our requirements were ignored. Now, this is the part where I feel like somebody fucked up, okay? Because it's two sides of a coin. If you book an artist, most artists will say, hey, these are my songs, okay? But if the person paying you say, hey, we only want you to perform this one song, we're going to pay you your fee, we want this song. I don't feel like it's right for the artist to then say, fuck what you want, I'm going to do what I want to do. Because their point in saying we met with him and the team several times, okay? We were specific about songs and this and that and language and this and that or whatever, and it was ignored. The language, the lyrics, and the comments made by the artist were not acceptable. I ended the performance because of the disrespect for our organization and for our brand, okay? Now, again, them saying we did hire him to do it, but we were also specific in what we were expecting out of a performance. And if you are a true artist, you should be able to say, hey, no cursing. Or hey, maybe limit cussing. Hey, maybe don't ask the people if they want their pussy ate. That ain't what that. And I grew up on Trick and Trina. Okay, Trick and Trina, Two Live Crew, all that. But you have artists when they get booked for certain events, they will then say, if you get booked to be on a live airing of a show, they'll say no cussing. If you get booked on SNL, you can't do cussing on SNL because it's a TV show. Every show a person does, they'll have rules. So them saying, hey, we did book him. We absolutely did. But we also mentioned attire, language, and specific songs. I mean, they probably say, hey, please don't do this one song. Okay, how about you do one or two of these, pick these 5 songs and just don't cuss, don't have the vulgarity language, like do the radio version. Okay, do the radio version of these songs at our AKA South Atlantic Conference, because the women who are coming, that's the grandmamas. Okay, the mamas. So Trick then seeing this, okay, he got pissed. He got upset.
So here's the thing. To whoever your organization is, I don't care if you're the director, the president, I don't give a fuck what you is to this organization. Don't use my name to clean the same face for your motherfucking self. Don't lie on me. That's the definition of my character. Don't motherfucking defamate my character.
Don't. Hey, Siri. Is defamate a real word? It said defecation, follow digestion, and it's a necessary biological process. But so I don't think that's a word, Trick. Cause defecate mean the shit on. Except like defecate, I'm like, that's defecate means shit, not defame. I was so confused. Like I don't.
Okay, don't defamate my motherfucking character.
Okay.
Don't do that. So I make sure y'all can hear me. First of all, I want to make sure I'm loud and clear so y'all can hear me. So when I tell y'all this, do not defamate my character.
Defamate. He combined defamation and defecate. Okay.
I see a post with a director of the AKA gang, well, whatever the fuck she supposed to be. No disrespect to the
not the AKA gang. Oh God.
AKAs. Most highly respected, some of the most beautiful, attractive, and successful women that I know are AKAs. So no disrespect to y'all. This is for y'all regional director who got me totally fucked up. Don't lie on my motherfucking name. But let me explain something to you. The AKA, so here's the thing, had their regional conference in Orlando, and they booked me to perform. Trick Daddy Dollars. Yeah, they booked me to perform. I want y'all to tell me in the comments, I want to know.
when it's time for Trick Daddy to perform at your event, what the fuck do you think he gonna perform? So the girl name is Tiffany Moore something. Tiffany, the director, the Southeast region to direct. You should have stayed off social media, put my name involved in there, because I heard you running for some type of office or something. I will get on your ass every day until you won't motherfucker win. Don't play with me. Don't.
Now, what I don't like is him being upset that she's responding to the backlash of what he did. And all she said was, we met with him. And we did mention language. We did mention certain songs. All that means is we had a conversation about what we expected from a performer. But they would probably do that no matter who the person is.
Don't play. That's right. So I'm performing for the AKAs, and yeah, I do Jump on the D. That's one of my records.
Not Jump on the... Why would you do Jump on the Dick of all your songs? Do I'm a Thug, baby, because I'm a thug. Okay, you have other songs you can do. And jump on the dick. Maybe don't do that one.
You should have known that when you booked me. But don't put out no statement talking about you told me what the motherfucker, you gave me a playlist. You can't give me no motherfucking playlist. This ain't your wedding. Fuck wrong with you?
It's their event, Trick Daddy. It's their event. But this is also how you know you can't book every artist, because some of them don't care enough about your event. Because if somebody booked you for a funeral, you can't do Jump on Dick at a funeral. If you get booked to be on a nationally televised program, you can't do Jump on Dick. That you can, or if you do Jump on the Dick, you will have to fully edit it down to not get bleeped.
I ain't no shorty. I ain't no little ass boy. Anybody that was in that sedity and was sanctified, they should not been in there once I grabbed that. They had their motherfucking mic. I ain't asked to be there, y'all. And I gave you, get y'all motherfucking get the rest of my motherfucking money. Do not use me to save face. I ain't the motherfucking one. Don't play with me. And I ain't mean to call you no hoe. Motherfucking mic. I ain't.
Wait, hold on.
So I'm performing for the AKAs, and yeah, I do Jump on the. That's one of my records. You should have known that when you booked me. But don't put out no statement talking about you told me what the motherfucker, you gave me a playlist. You can't give me no motherfucking playlist. This ain't your wedding. What's wrong with you? I ain't no shorty. I ain't no little ass boy. Anybody that was in that sedity and was sanctified, they should not been in there once I grabbed that motherfucking mic. I ain't asked to be there, y'all. And I gave you, get y'all me to have the rest of my motherfucking money. I gave y'all a discount because y'all came through some friends of mine, and I gave y'all a half price show, and you get on the wake up and get on the internet, feel like you gotta do some micing, and you gotta explain to somebody about what went on. You turned my mic off. I felt disrespected. I left. I ain't planning on never going to no mother social media, but from performing for the AKAs, and yeah, I do Jump. But now, you done dirtied up my name. I gotta clean my name. I gotta clear my name up.
This video is worse than her response. Her response saying, we had conversations about him coming to perform. We gave, we mentioned, lyrics, language, preferred song. That is in a regular conversation about a business arrangement going on when someone comes to perform. So I feel like they probably met with only his team. They maybe did not talk to him directly, and his team probably said, "Oh yeah, he'll be cool. He'll be PG. He gonna PG it." And he probably said, "Fuck all that. Once I'm there, what they gonna do?" But even you bring up a discount, I gave y'all a discount. I was like, "What's your fee? If you got paid less, why did you do more?"
You trying to save face on don't save face on me. Don't use me. Do not use me to save face. I ain't the mother one. Don't play with me. We had a situation where my performance time got pushed back almost an hour. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I gave you the real Trick Daddy. I gave you right what you paid for. And you bad enough, you cut my mic off and try to get on the stage and discredit me. But when I post these videos that was taken by my homegirl from the stage, and I show all the AKAs in the crowd, in the audience, loving the show, rapping it word for word, recording. When I take these videos of me taking hundreds of pictures after the show, you're going to look like a mother fool.
That ain't true. Because even if some people liked it, some of the younger AKAs, it's not just for the younger AKAs. It's also for some of the older people too, and that's their point in saying, hey, do your thing, but hey, let's try to not be so vulgar, because it's not only the younger AKAs, it's also some of our elders here. To me, that means you're not being respectful.
But now you done dirtied up my name. I gotta clean.
So to me, the statement they put out, it wasn't like anything against him. Her whole only point was, we talked, and he wasn't doing jump on the dick at an AKA event where meemaws and grandmamas is there is weird to me. Okay, that's weird to me. And him trying to cuss somebody out because of it is stupid. It's actually ridiculous. It's actually some bullshit. And that doesn't make no sense. It makes him look dumb. It would make me not want to book him, because if I can't properly book you and know that the specifications of the contract is not being upheld, I don't want you here. If I can't say, hey, we prefer you do these 5 songs of yours. It ain't like she asked you to do songs of somebody else's. It ain't like they say, hey, don't do your stuff, do somebody else's stuff. If they say, hey, we just don't want you to do these explicit songs of yours, if you can please do these other songs of yours and try to limit the vulgarity words and things, cool. But being up on a stage in front of grandmamas and them and say, hey, who want they pussy? First of all, everybody. Okay, but that ain't what we here for. Okay, that ain't what we here for. No one went to the AKA event asking, you know what? I wonder what I get my pussy at here. I wonder. Oh, and look Trick ass. And he ain't gonna eat the pussy. He ain't gonna eat the pussy. So Trick don't even realize that he's fucking his own bag up, because if any other organization wanted to hire him, they now can't trust you as an artist to follow the guideline of a contract. And if you charge someone to have your rate because you need the money, or because your friends said, look, my friend made a suggestion, and blah, blah, I don't care. You got paid half, you did too much. Okay? Trick, go sit the fuck down somewhere. But I'm like, why? I said, jump on the dick, girl. Anyway, y'all. But that's y'all on me. Lastly, then how we get 3 hours y'all on a Saturday? What's these people's names? What is it, y'all? Okay. Pooh, now look, I don't know who. Oh yeah, I did hear Luke is gonna perform tonight. I know that. Luke is running for like some political office. So Luke might still do his songs, just edit it. There's nothing wrong with having, artists who have explicit lyrics do events, but you should know how to edit your stuff to where it's okay for the grandmamas and them. And as long as whoever booked you tells you that up front and they're not expecting you to do something that you did not know about, then girl, So we'll see what happened with Luke tonight. If Luke gonna perform "Pop That Pussy" for a Goon, that's that song. What is "Pop That Pussy"? If he don't, I hope he don't do "Pop That Pussy." Anyway, Pooh Shiesty. Now I don't know Pooh Shiesty. I think I'm too old to know Pooh Shiesty. I know his name. I know it exists. Can I rap any song he's done? No. Do I know any song he's on? No. Okay. But when I heard that Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and them was arrested and they're accused of kidnapping and robbing, I said, Gucci Mane. I said, the rapper Gucci Mane? I said, bitch, what? Now, first of all, a father and son creating a bond over robbing and kidnapping is insane. Just saying, okay? So, Lantrell, D. Williams Jr. and his daddy, okay? And Pooh Shiesty is on Tether. He is a Tether, ankle monitor, okay? Creating and committing crimes while being tracked by law enforcement is stupid. Okay. The first thing I heard was the FBI doing a raid on a house he owned, and there wasn't much information about it or whatever. And come to find out, he was arrested, him, his daddy, and 7 other motherfuckers because they went and set up he set up a meeting with Gucci Mane and them to have it because he signed the Gucci Mane's record label. So he set up a meeting allegedly with Gucci Mane and them. Okay, it was him and his daddy and 7 other people went to this meeting, and at some point in time, they forced Gucci Mane by gun to sign a contract. To sign a release waiver, releasing Pooh Shiesty from his contract. Now, first of all, you can't force anyone to sign anything under duress. That is literally what would make the contract null and void. Okay. Now, I don't know if he could not afford a lawyer, if he was just high on PCP and on that crack, because why would anybody think to hold people hostage, force people to do? I was saying, why would you do that? Now, the people had a whole press conference, where's the video, detailing all the shit that I did not feel like discussing.
Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lantrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lantrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business meeting. Lantrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting purportedly to discuss the terms of his recording contract with one of the victims.
And one of the victims is Gucci Mane. Okay. So their point is Gucci Mane and 2 other people traveled to this meeting because they thought, hey, it's a business meeting.
As alleged, once these 3 men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items.
Now, you can't set up a meeting and then go to the meeting you set up and then rob the people at the meeting as if nothing gonna happen about it.
One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping.
That's called kidnapping. Anytime you prevent someone from leaving, you block their way, you stop them from being able to go anywhere, that's considered kidnapping. Kidnapping does not always mean you go somewhere, take someone from where they are, and take them somewhere else. Kidnapping is simply holding someone against their will.
The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm.
Meaning, if you are already under the federal database of whatevers, okay, you committing a crime while under the watchful eye of the people is extra stupid.
His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims.
Now, rule number one of robbery: if you rob someone of something, one, you're supposed to go sell it to get the money for it, okay? But even if you do not sell it, you should never post yourself with it on social media, on pictures, in videos. That's called evidence. That's called evidence.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows: electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location.
Meaning his ankle monitor from his previous prison stint showed them he was at the location of the robbery,
which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene.
Meaning y'all were dumb enough to be there and leave your fingerprints on things. If you going somewhere, wear gloves.
Matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice.
We're gonna get you, bitch. Okay. Now, not the weird thing, but people, old Gucci. What did this plan a funeral? Okay, somebody would die. Okay, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the complaint, they don't use Gucci Mane's name. They use initials, and people connected the dots and know that the initials RD is for Gucci Mane's real name. But the fact that they have evidence showing people who have stolen things, stuff that was robbed. Okay, this is the white man who they not talk about the white man. Now, why y'all do that? Y'all know they be snitching. This is pictures from social media showing stuff that you stole. You're wearing on social media. That's called stupidity. Okay. And I don't know why people are so stupid. There's also evidence and video showing them entering the place where it happened, them leaving. So even if they don't have actual video of like the actual robbery or whatever, the fact that Gucci Mane and the people who got robbed and got kidnapped has already gave statements. Okay, they've already gave. So because I was watching Van and Rachel's podcast earlier, where Van was saying how he don't think that Gucci Mane will cooperate. He already has. And it ain't snitching. If you rob me and you force me, and people knew this happened months ago. It was scuttlebutt about it or whatever. But I think since then they've been building a case. Again, getting all the evidence together, child, following folk. Because they say police and feds will allow you enough rope to just drag yourself long enough for them to pull you back in. Okay? So they're going to let you be on social media, posting yourself, snitching on yourself. Okay? Why would you ever rob someone and keep the items and then be photographed or videoed in said items after the robbery? That's just stupid. That's just dumb. Now, y'all know Wody, who was with the YSL people, even he like, man, you stupid. You're dumb.
Let me understand this, y'all. Please help me. I really need help. Pooh Shiesty did all that time in jail, in the feds. He around people that have unbelievable cases where it show how far the feds willing to go. Pooh Shiesty came home, y'all, and made the first day out, they sent him right back to jail. Pride and ego is our main enemy. That's why I call myself Wooded versus Wooded. I have to fight myself every day to not let these suckers trick me back in jail.
Because his whole point is, if you allow yourself to be stupid enough to get caught back up, you're going to jail. And him saying, I fight with myself daily to be sure my dumb ass don't do something dumb and go back to jail.
To not let these suckers trick me away from my kids and take my life. That young nigga came home, bro, and did NBA YoungBoy numbers. First song he put out, they said he was gonna flop. That young nigga went to the top. He had all the cars, the lifestyle, everything he dreamed of having. But he didn't change his mindset. Look what the boy did. The boy went and did some stupid shit. Caused him to go back to jail. Let me understand.
You came home, had a hit record, and again, if you own a label, you want to renegotiate your contract, cool. You can't commit a crime to get yourself out of contract. That ain't how none of this shit work, okay? Child, even Rick Ross.
For everybody in my DM, Rose, what you think or how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation. I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this for the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this one got to be educated and understand. In business, you got to negotiate, man. You got to negotiate. If you were signed for $100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This is how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I got to go, man.
You can't bully anyone to change nothing. And I do think once he got out, he got popular, was making more money, he probably did want to renegotiate or he wanted out the contract. But you can't go guns a-blazing to do it.
You can't muscle your way out of no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people's side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes. Negotiate.
Keyword, negotiate. Because now you and your daddy. Can you imagine you and your daddy going to jail because you chose to hijack a meeting, a business meeting, with your record label executive person or whatever, and then by gun and by force and by kidnapping and enforcement, you tried to force your way out of a contract. And I really think they thought Gucci Mane ain't gonna tell that he got robbed and held at gunpoint. So because he's so street, he probably won't say shit. But I'm like, that ain't how business go. Again, I don't know if they was watching old movies and they thought this was 5 Heartbeats when they held old boy over the back when Red held Flash over the balcony. Okay, that ain't how it go. Okay, when the rumors of that Suge Knight was hanging was it Vanilla Ice? Yeah, Vanilla Ice over the, you can't do that no more. You can't think the way to get my way is just to bully it. Get some people, because the fact that they arranged for 7 people to travel with them. Who brings 7 extra niggas to a business meeting? You on an ankle monitor. And they at one point they were saying that allegedly he was not supposed to be out the house at this meeting. And he was told to go back home, but he still finished his thing and then got, you know what I'm saying? And he, again, they say he did get Gucci Mane allegedly to sign the release, but it don't matter because you committed a crime to do it. That's gun charges, that's kidnapping charges, that's I don't think it could be extortion. It could possibly be extortion. It's definitely the taken by threat. It's just all these dumb stuff. And, you know, I saw folks say, oh, there's not any hard evidence. Like there's no proof of it. If you have the fucking victims who say it happened, if you have 3 or 4 victims who say what happened, and you then have proof of items that y'all stole that you're seeing with on social media, you know, that's it, that's all. So criminals are stupid. Pooh Shiesty is stupid because if you keep going back to jail, you like being in jail. Because why would you do, girl, anyway? Again, the daddy, hold on, the daddy, did I keep it? The father was put on like home arrest. Maybe I didn't say the one with the daddy. Is it this one?
Federal
bangs early.
I can't see it, but his daddy is now on home confinement too. So again, this is the starting of a case. And again, I don't blame Gucci Mane for telling, because you can't rob me and kidnap me and try to force me to let you out of contract and then you just think it's gonna slide. Now again, the old Gucci would have, you know, bitty bitty bum bum. This could have turned out a full-fledged shootout. Everybody dead. Okay, everybody dead. So like luckily Gucci Mane did not be the old him. He let it happen. He let it be. And now the niggas is in jail. Okay. I can't wait to see how this plays out because I'm like, y'all gotta stop being dumb. Stop being stupid. Anyway, and we're done. Okay. It's been a long Saturday. I am happy y'all are joining in to be with me today. Okay. I'm happy the tornado did not blow me away. Okay. Y'all know to go and watch the other content on my channel. Okay. It's other things up and whatnot. I will be reviewing Housewives of Atlanta. That will be up on Monday mornings and stuff. Happy Easter to everybody for tomorrow. And yeah, y'all, I'm tired. I did not plan on that 3-hour show. I'm like, oh, it'll be quick. It'll be quick, but it wasn't. Y'all make sure, okay, to like the video, to subscribe, to comment in the comment section. Come on back on Monday because I will probably be live. Y'all know my lives are usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 p.m. or this during the week at 9 p.m. Okay, I only went live today because I did not go live yesterday. That's it. Okay. Well, usually it would have been live yesterday, but I did not go live. I came live y'all today. But again, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays for sure. But always my lives during the week are always at 9 p.m. and they're always set early. Okay. But again, y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Be safe, be good, and don't y'all be out here committing no crimes if y'all on tether. Girl.